Suntan GIF.
Hi, chat. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. I'm trying to figure out how to make... Did we lose all of our Tangia redeems that were... No, they're still there. Hi. It's me. I'm actually here. I promise I'm here. I promise I'm actually here.
Just doing our little part to make sure that our products do not
I sound
fade in
sick?
harming environments like this one here.
The fuck does that mean?
And they worked. There's an endangered species right there.
I'm here. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're here. But then how do I turn Occam 2.0 into a redeem that we can use with channel points? You. Is it because it's on multi? Switch to Twitch. Oh, okay. I can just swap back and forth between the two. But that means that I need to... There we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to get that figured out. Occam 2.0 is saying, like, Occam had a child. Like, okay, well, you know, maybe Occam did have a child. Who are we to say? Who's the other parent? I think you know. Welcome in. We've got 48 Blizzy, Stelius. Thank you for the 27 months. Mid Valley, Valkyrie, Brainy, Juggernaut. Who else we got? Anybody else that I missed? I'm sorry. Welcome in. How was everybody's day? Are we all alive? Are we doing things? My sub ratio to appearances and chat ratio is frankly horrendous. A major skill issue, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to call you out on it. I appreciate the support. I'm glad that I get a report on, you know, your pulse every now and then. I wish you were around more, but I'm 148 cards in. How bad is it? How bad is it at 148 cards, Brady? We live and working, day is dying. Yeah, I feel that. I felt like seeking out that bus after I hosed down my kitchen in ginger ale. How did you we need to know how this happened. Also, that sucks. That really sucks. I don't blame you, but don't find the bus. Stay away from the buses. I got promoted at work like a year ago, which is really cool. And to hear about my 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday schedule, I mean, I'm 7 to 4, so I understand the slightly earlier, but 5 a.m. is rough. I hope the promotion was worth it. I guess it was if you're still at it. 2-liter bottles are under a lot of pressure when falling down. Yeah, but normally those don't fall down.
Hey guys, it's me, OMG Watermelon, and I brought 12 arsons with cheese.
12 of them. You'll never believe it. Randomist, thank you for the 16 months. It's actually 13 in a row. I started getting into Magic technically again, but that was early childhood. It's all downhill from here. It really is. Do you know how much I am having to like how difficult it has been for me checking TCG Player and being like, I could order another one of those boxes. I could order another one of those boxes. It'd be fun. The Fallout cards almost got me. I'm gonna have to get some more.
What makes you think I care? Curse of B, bis.
Bis. I play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I don't know. I got money. I bet I'm illiterate. But I'm illiterate, so that sucks. I don't know, man. Magic is fun. I would like to actually play a little bit of Commander again, but so far I'm like cardboards, like rectangles, make my brain go burr. I'm just enjoying that. And yeah, we're gonna watch Jet Lag. We're also going to open up a package that I got from 488. I need to show y'all a picture of what it looks like, though. I could gather my magic and command it. You won't. You won't. Let me get the picture sent to myself.
Chief, why is my TTS so expensive?
Can you adjust that as a mod? Or do I have to adjust that? I can turn that down. No, we talked about that like a week ago. Bro, I got the memory of a bee, all right? It's rough out here, man. I hope 48 sent you a soda filled with Mentos to open up. Hatu, welcome. Well, did you get everything cleaned up, 488? All right, let me go to my redeems. Channel points. Where is Oakham? Hello? There you go. Now Oakham's just as much as... Wow, that looked like it was really painful for me to do. Oakham's just as expensive as anything else. Did you get ripped off? Hold on. That should work. Wangler!
Paul's LMAO.
Let's see if it works over here. I'll go to the correct scene. Just kidding. It triggered. Just kidding. It triggered right as I changed scenes. Now you got ripped off. Well, firearms welcome in. My work had someone cleaning the kitchen knock over a large bucket of soapy water. Discovered the floor wasn't level and a hole. So like it wasn't a drain? Because like a lot of kitchens just have a drain. Do you just have like a sinkhole under your kitchen? Because that's horrifying. I don't think that I can... Hatu, I This is awkward. It's doing it again, dude. Every time it shows up, it just stares at me. I'm not trying to scam you. I'm sorry that Peepo's fucking shy. Is he gone yet? Is he gone yet? Okay, we're good. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Bruh. Let me
Bees,
try.
don't forget the big surprise. Bees, can you stop scamming people for once? Nope.
What are you on about? Where is this coming from? How did what? That should not have... One, what big surprise? Two, no promises. People will probably still get scammed here. It's just the way it works, all right? Hi, Tats. Also, I didn't even pay attention. Was Peepo's mouth moving that time? Hit me with the disappointed. I've actually yet to be scammed. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. All right, let me show you what the box looks like that we're going to open up. Also, did I miss anything in the world today? I saw that one VTuber bowed out early because they were they were getting shit on so hard. But apart from that, Squishy, welcome. The tiger one, man. I don't even remember the dude's name. Yeah, the one that tried to sell the assets. Yeah. I fucking believe, dude. when you try to sell your assets in your apology. Tyga, not the Tyga. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that guy had drama before, but not the Bungo variety, the other variety. The only tiger in my book is Tony. I'm actually streaming from a call center in India. Damn, how'd you figure it out? How did you figure it out? Chat, look at this box. My feed is 99% art and I love it. I don't even know what my feed is, man. Literally no idea. Oh, yeah. VStream is shutting down. That's pretty wild. Well, what'd you get? Whose is this? Brainy got a croissant shark. Congratulations. Look at this. Look at this box. Nobody streamed there anyways. I don't know, man. I never got into it. Look at that. How does that happen? I feel like you have to go out of your way to fuck it up that bad. I've received worse, I guess, but like, it got squished so hard that it tore the top of the box.
FedEx strikes again.
Yeah. And yeah, Stelius, I've been playing around with text-to-speech redeems. Like we played Supermarket Simulator, and I built one where like it switches to a scene where the peepo's inside of an office looking at me work.
I could smell anything from the box.
Check out the new video. And then whenever I was playing Helldivers, you could message me from the orbiting ship. And we've just left that one on.
It's time for the bees. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbor, so everyone sees. Time to unpack some cool-ass shit. React to things, check vids that are fucking lit. The big D's cooking, so stop your bitching. Other rappers looking, get out of my kitchen. Back to the bees, the boys truly fly. Sting so hard it'll make you cry. Got a package with a bull, but without the shit. But quit your yapping, get on with it. Pollen nation for life, bitches. Be smart, be smart. David out.
I've got Attenborough, I've got terrible news. We do a lot of yapping here. Like a lot. I've been a little addicted to Helldivers in my free time, so I get it. Yeah, I want to play some more of it. I really do. Oh, and the Riot MMO got not canceled, supposedly, but put on a multi-year hold. But it's not canceled, I promise.
You do a lot of yapping, I do a lot of fapping.
Are you okay, Arnold? No, it's just what it got sent to me. And Matt, welcome in, dude. Good to see you. How was your stream today? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the exact circumstances, but I'm pretty sure they released a statement and they were just like, yeah, so we don't like the direction that the game was going. So we're putting it, we're going to take a step back. We're going to go dark on social media. And if you don't hear from us, that's a good thing, because that means that we're working. We'll be back in a couple of years. Which is a wild thing to say, because I'm pretty sure that they've already spent like 5+ years in development and a bunch of money on the Riot MMO. And then they were just like, nah. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising considering what's been going on with Overwatch and plenty of other games, but I wish more games did that, but I also hate when that happens to me specifically. I mean, I would rather they do that than release a shit game, but like, what? Like, I don't understand what this obsession over like the next huge MMO is. sometimes you just got to cut your losses instead of doubling down. But what do you do? Like, what's really cutting your losses here? Is it just canceling the game, or is it going radio silent and spending more time and money on it? Because like, could be a lot of things. Yeah. Overwatch announced that their old new heroes will be free from now on. It might actually get me back into it. Yeah, bro, their old and new heroes will be free from now on, but you're going to get more sparse updates, and they officially just canceled the rest of the PvE content. So, hooray. There's a point around the 8 to 10 year mark where it's just been too dang long and you just got to put something out. Bro, but like, that's the insane thing is like 8 to 10 year long development cycles? Fuck. Well, why? I get it. MMOs are huge projects, and there's a lot that goes into them. And modern game development has turned into this big, in my opinion, bloated monstrosity of a process. But like, you've got people spending 10 years on terrible games that die in less than one. Like, is it really worth it? I had like 5 years to the Grand Blue relink with nearly no news and tons of theories if it was even alive or not. They released it very good state this year. That's awesome. I'm glad that worked out for you. But like, what even like does the next big MMO mean? Real question. It could be publishers or investors pulling out of nowhere as well. I mean, it could be. Genshin, man, don't fucking say Genshin. Dude, you know what I hope Genshin adds? I hope Genshin adds shiny waifus, so that then you have to double collect your waifus that you covet. All right? It happens a lot. I don't know. I just, it's a hard sell for me. It's what I think happened, like something similar I feel like happened to Half-Life Episode 3. And it's just like, they knew that it would never match up to the expectations. And so it just stayed in some kind of weird development hell.
Genshin.
My wife was shiny after I kum chum chum.
Got some real Legioned energy on that text-to-speech firearms. Do you even play Genshin, Wangler? I hope you sleep very badly tonight. Would you like to know?
I love Hideo with all my heart. I hope she pegs me with her ghost strap while Bees watches in disbelief.
That's what you fucking get, Oakham. I don't know. On the one hand, I do like that they have paused the game because they're unhappy with it, but it makes me worry, and I'm not really a fan of these ridiculous development cycles. I guess it's cool that some projects warrant them. And listen, I'm just a bee on the internet. Like, what the fuck do I know? But I feel like the obsession over perfection oftentimes does not lead to a more fun game. And like, in the end, that's really what this shit is supposed to be about. It's just supposed to be fun. In fact, I feel like recently I've felt like I've had more fun playing games that aren't specifically engineered to manipulate me into endlessly playing. And that it's more and more apparent in today's gaming landscape when a game is trying to manipulate you like that, which I guess all of them do to a certain extent, but some of them just take it to that next level. Tell that to Kojima. Some people are going to be exceptions, man. Some people are going to be able to get away with that. Others not so much. Want to see a fun chart about how much a game studio makes on Steam? Sure. Send it. I have plenty of fun games that have been out, and may or may not still be in active development after 10 years.
Oakham here. My friendship with Brainy is on hold until he deletes Genshit incest from his computer. Oakham out. P.S. Stays nuts.
Days nuts, bro. What a fantastic text to speech. I really love it. They actually added another slider. They added another slider to editing the text to speech models. I forget what it's called. It's not tonal variance. That's the one that we've had. Jesus Christ. That's how what happens, Brainy. That's how what happens. It had a content warning? It did, but of course I'm going to open it. Sorry, a revenue calculator? What the hell is this? All right, let me look. Hold. Can I look at this on...
Bees.
Hello?
I've definitely become more stupid since I found your stream. If you find my IQ in that box, please mail it back to me to your ex, bro.
Nah, it's staying here with me.
Hey, Oakham, thanks for your message. I fully understand your issue with Brainy and Genshit incest. Though I must say that Hu Tao is still a great character. I'll be grinding for her later, if you know what I mean.
Hollows, welcome in.
Mommy milkers. Big mommy milkers. Big huge milkers and huge big milkies.
Just huge. Huge. The off is so accurate. Yeah, it's kind of wild how well it does sometimes.
Nut.
Okay, so this is a calculator.
Hallows_home is now following.
Hollows, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, dude. Okay, to file, make a copy. Huh? Hold on, chat. Burb. It's for Steam revenue, aka how much money the dev makes off a purchase. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We show it again. It is kind of crazy that Steam still takes 30%. Just imagine how much money they have at this point. Revenue per sale is $4 at that point. They provide a lot of tools as well. For sure. I have a little B for my icon, top right, 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's my profile picture. Steam has money? Wow, and they still haven't convinced Valve to count to 3. Like I said earlier, it's not because they can't. It's just they won't. What's the last Valve game that came out? Steam is just a small indie company. Ah, shit, you're right. Cost per, if you're not able to calculate the cost per wish list, if you do not have marketing budget, leave this at 0. Well, it's at 30 cents right now. Overall average wish list conversion rate, 15%. I feel like that's optimistic. Counter-Strike 2, technically. Oh, shit, you're right. Okay, but apart from Counter-Strike 2. Apart from Counter-Strike 2. Where's Fish at? Meow, meow. I would love a Portal 3. Oh my god. Alex, yeah. Yeah, but why did they create Alex? Literally only as a tech demo for the Index. Artifact. And okay, to be fair, and that is being too critical of Alex. Alex was actually fantastic. What year, chat, what year did Alex come out in? It was just for the Valve Index to flex his hands tracking. Yes and no. 2020. So about 4 years ago. I have no VR stuff. Dude, VR is pretty sick. March 23rd, 2020. So almost exactly 4 years ago. I wish I could get into VR. It's just, I don't know, man. I really enjoy VR, and where it's at right now is so close to being able to be like adopted by everybody. But it's still too difficult or too not good enough. It's just not quite there. That's what Valve said about it. They only make games when they can push technology. I don't even want to hear that from them. Like, honestly, that statement just pisses me off. They have so many good IPs, and they're like, we only make games when we can push the technology. Like, get the fuck out of here. My PC can't even run my model without destroying itself. Yeah, but I mean, you can have a pretty decent experience with a standalone headset now, and you can get a Rift 2 for like not that much anymore. Not that I would necessarily recommend it, because a lot of Rift 2s are suffering from like issues, and that's a lot of sweat that you're putting on your face from somebody else. It did the same thing for me, yeah. Just some new game, make some new games already. People are fiending, yeah. I can live my fantasy of being an actual cat girl with a standalone headset. You can, yeah. I mean, you legitimately can. You can have a Quest 2 and load into VR chat just fine. Left 4 Dead is gold. Yeah, Left 4 Dead is one of the best co-op shooter versus games ever made. I really, really would love another one of those. I really like VR when I have the space for it, but until they perfect, and more importantly, sell me one of those dang trackpads or whatever for walking in place, I'm out of the game. I mean, that's honestly the biggest hurdle. I think VR is better for like cockpit centric gaming, racing games, space games, that kind of thing speaks to me more than awkward shooter movement. Hanging out in a space like VR chat though, mwah, amazing VR experience. So American Truck Sim, yeah, I mean, for real though. I still would really like to do an American Truck Sim VR stream. But I mean, chair time is like the dream though, dude. Like, if you had enough space to just put a fully 360 degree rotating setup that you could zoom around in your favorite flying game, imagine how stoked on VR you would be. 4 beers in. Dude, Oakham, remember whenever I was trying to DoorDash the alcohol and I accidentally drove on the wrong side of the guardrail underneath that bridge? I feel like that would be the perfect gameplay to put with that 4 beers in clip. Like the audio of I think we're doing good for 4 beers in, and then me driving off the road, I think that would be fantastic. Half-Life 2, Portal 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, Day of Defeat 2. I guess that means that Counter-Strike 2 is the last Counter-Strike. No, Moz's cookie is I have a dream. What the fuck is that? Don't tell my viewers to go to bed. What the shit? We'll get Counter-Strike 2.6 in 10 years. So, okay, how much was Pal World again? Oh, you take like a $45 game. And if you leave the rest of their calculations, that's $16 per sale. It's $29.99. $10 a sale. To just be able to plop your game down on a platform for distribution and sell a shitload of copies, I think that's pretty solid. I feel like I would need to be more knowledgeable to really glean much information from this, but what's the VAT table? Jeez, 24%? 27% in Hungary? Oh my God. That is just a lot. Stuff like the workshop, Steam servers, dev kits. Yeah, for sure, for sure. 20%. There's a lot of 20% on here too. VAT of 25% is just nuts. They pull out, which happens a lot. Development almost always stops. Yeah, I mean, and that happens with all sorts of businesses. I actually had a friend that unfortunately had investors pull out of his business recently, and it was just like, it's really insulting. Like, y'all don't know who it is, so I guess I can talk about the little bit that I know about it. But like, to have investors be like, actually, we're gonna pull our money out, but you know, we wish you the best. It's like, I almost wish that you had been like, we're gonna pull our money out and fuck you. Like, don't sugarcoat it, man. I think DevC EGS is another sponsor of Kinds. Oh, I don't even want to get into EGS, dude. Holy shit. That whole discussion, I've watched some people with some like more in-depth takes talk about EGS, and like, I just want to play video games, man. Powell cumulative units sold worldwide, 2024, 6 days after its release in January 2024. 8 million copies. 25 million units on PC. So, wait, what the fuck is that statement even, dude? It's okay. So that whole statement was to tell me the figures for 6 days after, and then as of February 26th. February 22nd, I mean. Okay, so that message could have been, as of February 22nd, Power World has sold a combined 25 million units. Got it. Got it. That confused the shit out of me. A minimum of $10 per cell. Yeah, they made a shitload of money.
The guard Whaley, a magnificent creature only found in the deep seas near Spagonia. It wears a beautifully crafted armor made with the finest plastic found in the seas. Its weapons are tail whipping, biting your head off and flippering you off. It is the protector of the underwater world called Underwater World. Roll for initiative.
Y'all awake? Because I'm awake. Holy shit. What was that? To be fair, Brainy, that's like all that you could find now, I'm sure. So Firearms probably Googled that and then was served up 35 SEO optimized AI vomited out articles. And it's just like, sorry, I meant to copy the last sentence and copied the whole chunk of the article. It's all good. It literally it literally just took a second for my brain to wrap around it. I appreciate the info. That is so much fucking money though. 20 million units at $10 a profit a piece is yep. Me our chats. Thank you. Apparently this is Matt and VR chat. Just wanted y'all to know that. Random ass scream, what the fuck? I don't know. That text to speech is, let's see, where is it? Edit TTS settings, style exaggeration. So that's a new slider. There used to just be tonal variance, which made the text to speech pretty wild. But style exaggeration tries harder to clone the style in which you speak, but high values can result in higher tonal variance, include minor artifacts, and slightly slow down generation speed. Right now I have mine set to Occam's is, let's see. Occam's is set to like 80% style exaggeration. So we should get some pretty interesting stuff out of Occam's.
Wow.
Mine is, let's see, bees. Or wasp, actually. Wasp. Wasp is just 100% tonal variance and 50% style exaggeration. $25 million for a game that started out with an intern who didn't know how to 3D at all. Yep. And how long was the development cycle for Pal World? Because I mean, I think it was still like, wasn't it still like 7 years or something? Do we actually know that number? Helldivers 2 sold 8 million copies as of last month at $40 retail. Yep. Was announced in 2021. About 3 years? Okay, just kidding. 3 years. That's nuts. What are they doing with all of their money? A real question. What are they doing with all their money?
Skibby dibby dib yoda dub dub. Yoda dub dub. Skibby dibby dib yoda dub dub. Yoda dub dub. I'm the horseman. Bada bada bop bee bop bop bada bop. Bop bop bada bop.
Are you still happy that you're a Texas speech? Is it still worth it?
Diagnosis, put him down.
Next update's going to feature boss raids or something. Yep. Updating the game, swimming in it, dancing in it, making it rain. Yep. But then there's normally like a year or two under dev before announcement. Yep.
Up, left, down, down, down.
Oh, Stelius has jumped the line. Okay, now I understand. I understand.
Ooh, so, Wyke, imagine a super massive star that's like, I'm so big. But then it gets a little too heavy, and suddenly it cow-wops in on its shufaf. Oh, this makes a super dense spot called a black how, where gravity is like, hey, come give me a hug, cutie. It's so strong that even light goes away and gets a shy blush, not coming back. So, it's like a cosmic huggy that's super mysterious and makes scientists' heads spin. Oh.
Why do you do this to me? I mean, you gave me time to open up the package, but... Oh my god. How many packages? 48. How many bags of chips did you put in here? There's so many. Do we want to, is it 7? Okay. Well, you answered, so we can't put a prediction up now. How did you get 7 bags of chips in here? Hey man, free food is free food. I'm not complaining. I'm just impressed. Sorry you asked. No, it's all good. All right, chat. How about we open up this box? The Canadian care package that 488 was kind enough to send. Polka Dog, welcome in. Let's see if the camera actually works first try.
I'm a little b-boy, short and stout.
Hey.
Here are my wings, and here is my big stack of cards.
I mean, there will be more cards, but we're kind of low on cards at the moment. Flavor testing? Okay, I can do that, but there are at least 7 bags of chips that I would have to open. Which is fine. It's just, I don't even think that I have like 7 chip clips to make sure that these are okay. I mean, I could take some to the office and you can't eat that much. Well, obviously I wouldn't eat that much. I just also don't want to waste that much. All right, this is the one that was closest to the damage. I think it's actually okay. Like, it feels like it's still inflated. Chat, we have Frank. Frank. Also, everything's mirrored. Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix it. And got Ziploc sandwich baggies. Dude, they're big. They're big chip bags. Share with Anchor? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna share. I've got this, chat. Hey! Now it's Frank, dude. I love that the brand is Frank. I love it so much. All right, let me chat. Let me get chip clips.
Oh boy, I love me some Narf.
Do you? Mods. Brainy, you actually here? Play some clips.
Ah yes, my favorite flavor. I can Narf.
Play some clips. I gotta go chip clips. Chip clips. I'll be right back. Blah, blah, blah.
Guys, this is literally me when I get the NARF.
Watch this, watch this. Oh my god.
This has got to be the hardest challenge yet. Oh, I just cannot think of a possible way to even finish this challenge. I could never do this in my entire life. Oh, what a difficult challenge. No! No! No!
I want to see you graduate. Wow. Well, I'm sorry. I've got to be different. So whenever I graduate, it's going to be very sudden and midstream. Y'all are going to be like, haha, it's another one of the bits where Bees just like disappears to the fucking offline screen. And then I'm just like, actually never going to come back. What a clip.
Removing your frontal lobe. Okay, I've almost got all of it. It's just a little piece left. Okay, I think I've gotten all of your brain out now. And now you're just left with your single brain cell. Just one. That should be more than enough. Hi Jay, hello. Let me scroll back up. Thank you, Zal, for my gift sub. Misty, I just got showered. I'm still booty naked. I'm listening. I'm so happy. I'm here. It's been forever. You better get that booty dried and into some clothes right now. Otherwise, you'll catch a cold or you'll slip on some water or something. Not that.
I really wish I could hit high notes like this guy.
I'm so upset by that clip. That. I don't know.
What the actual fuck?
Twee is amazing. I love the Sprout, and the Sprout did a lot of our emotes, but also I was not expecting brain suck ASMR. So, hi Shea, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome. Oh my god. Did anybody else come in while I was going to get chip clips? Hey, I think I found enough. I think we're good. Look at that. Look at that. So, what is our second bag is all dressed. What does that mean?
Nice fucking model.
Thank you. All dressed ass. I can't tell if you're excited about that or if you think that they're bad. It's time for you to undress it. I'm gonna try Frank first. Okay, first off, hold on. Okay, so we've got all dressed. We've got Frank ketchup. We have Frank gets all dressed up. We have sweet chili heats.
Assassins.
Oh, these are fucking delicious. We have sweet chili and sour cream. We have Lay's ketchup.
All dressed ass ice on knees.
We have sweet and spicy ketchup.
Oh yeah, Frank. Oh, Frank.
This is such a comical pile of chips that are on my desk right now. Frank is the Canadian Tire owned brand. Yeah, I'm actually very excited about eating Frank tonight. All right, let's try these. Most of these I have not actually tried. Moon! Welcome in, Moon. How are you? Cannibalism, hell yeah. All right, we're gonna start with Frank. Because how could we not start with Frank? Also, these pictures, look at that shit. It's a ketchup bottle and a flannel shirt and a potato with a Canadian hat. And I'm pretty sure that potato wants to fuck that ketchup bottle. Fairly certain. Also, is there Red 40 in this? Can y'all have Red 40 in Candania? Is that a thing? I don't see anything about Red 40. Y'all probably can't. I can actually smell this. I can actually smell this, and I can't often smell these days. Hold on. Let me blow my nose. I can smell it through the screen. They don't skimp on the. Look at the seasoning on this, chat. Eat. I think I like these better than the Lays. I'm not gonna lie. Those are really good. Those are really, really good. I really like those. Okay. Well, Frank is starting out strong. Lays aren't that great of a chip. Yeah. The air ruins their value. We'll see. We'll see. Because I want to directly compare the two. So we're going to go straight into Lay's ketchup. To me, these look almost like blue. They look more red this time, or maybe it's the camera.
Frank starting out strong, right in my mouth.
I don't know. They're different.
Crunch, 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 nom nom. My delish, ketchupy, chippy chippers in my mouthy. Wow, we such good flavor. Oh.
These are more sweet. McLennan! Dude, you missed the first bag of Frank. These are more sweet. I think I actually like Frank more. I'm standing by my statement. I'm standing by my statement. Was the Frank's shockingly good for a store brand good? I mean, yeah, I mean it was way better than I was expecting it to be. I was really expecting it to be very meh, but Frank did not disappoint. So I guess we'll do the same with Frank Gets All Dressed Up. Listen, Firearms, listen. Trust me. The last ones, if Anger was here, Anger could back me up on this. They looked like weirdly red. The Frank lore is crazy. Dude, the Frank lore is crazy. Look at that dude. Little dude is tying his little potato shoe, and he is excited to go ice skating. You said blue. We're all confused. You don't understand. I will die on this hill. The chips almost look blue in person, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, I just can't wait to undress Frank. Oh,
I'm doing it right now. Oh, yeah. I'm undressing Frank right now. I just couldn't wait any longer. I'm sorry, chat. Just don't open the bag like that, man. What the fuck? So much sexual attention? Good. Didn't even buy him dinner? No, he's the dinner. That's how this works. He's the dinner.
Oh yes, Frank, show your strongly scented Ribley chippies. Oh yes.
John, thank you. I will hydrate and posture check and stretch. What am I eating? Dude, what is all dressed up? I don't... Even the little blurb doesn't tell me. He snacks, he scores. Whether you're all dressed up to hit the ice or all dressed down to hit the couch, you need a tasty snack by your side. These perfectly seasoned chips are not only immensely delicious, they're also a Canadian fave. Just like hockey. Right on. Probably salt. No, it's more than just salt. It is more than just salt. These are the chips that fall on the factory floor. They just sweep them up and shove them in bags. So hockey players what? Well, the Lay's one has, I'm assuming that's supposed to be like oil, a bell pepper, and an onion. Oh, it's French? Well, I mean, yeah, dude. Candania. Yeah, because Canada. Yeah. Vinegar. Vinegar rather than oil. Gotcha. So it's like salt and vinegar plus. I don't dislike it. Those were good. I don't think they were as good as the ketchup chips. Chad, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, Chad? We're going to do this together. I'm not going to do it if you're not ready, though. Fucking Oakham. Oh, shit. These look less seasoned. Fast and hard, Jesus Christ. Enjoy the Noms Firearms. I like these better than these. So Frank is better at ketchup. Lay's is better at all dressed.
For the last time, it's Father, I have sinned. Not Daddy, I've been bad.
Mmm. Damn. Those are not bad. So you prefer less seasoning? Actually, even though they looked less seasoned, I believe that the Lays were like more flavorful. So
I've already turned my back on Frank. Fuck that asshole and his all dressed.
Yeah, there is more in the box. Yep. Dude, I love the Frank brand, though. I really do, man. It's just, like, so cute. And it seems much more real and less corporate, even though it's just as corporate as the Lays. Like, how could you hate this little dude?
It's, as I always say, chat, just come on, dudes. B-boy break. Beat Baker out.
Just come on, dudes. B-boy break, beat Baker out. It's a pretty good VTuber, not gonna lie. It could be. Like, they could 100%, for very little money, appeal to the VTuber audience that I'm sure that they are completely ignorant of their existence, but it's there for them to take. Frank debut win. Could you imagine that? Dude, we should like make it our mission to get cease and desisted by Frank. We need a Frank hats off redeem. I'm sure we could come up with something. Let's just commission somebody to make us a little Frank tuber. And just continuously tag Frank on. Do they have a Twitter? Frank makes more than just chips too. Yeah. Give me 3 minutes. I'll cook up a PNG of Frank for bees. Dude, I bet there's a lot of Frank lore on the internet. So there's probably way more than thirsty for ketchup Frank and Frank who just wants to go ice skating. Dude, I bet these are delicious. Sweet chili heat. So we've got 3 more bags of chips left. Is this the same Frank's as Frank's Red Hot Sauce? I do not believe so. Who, Frank? Frank is the Canadian Tire like in-house brand. So like I don't know. Is there like a Moon, is there a like a market chain or something that's like a Dutch staple and they have like their own in-house brand? Like surely there is. I guess Randomus could answer this too.
Yo, Attenborough, bees, pollination. Yo, this stream is dank. We undressing Frank. Crunching on chips, but without the dips. We pull the chips from a bag like a cart drawer. We stick it in our mouths and chew that shit raw.
See, I would dude, that's too fucking clever, Animus. I would be like, Moon, it's just like Great Value, but Moon, you have no fucking clue what Great Value is. Great Value is the Walmart generic brand. Format Familial. Are you ready for the Format Familial size of sweet chili heat? Moon, here's a homework for you. Buy some Dutch only chips. Does Aldi have its own brand? I don't think so. Actually, but maybe they do. Maybe they do. Oh, that was so clean. Holy. Those look even more seasoned than the last ones. Are you going to a LAN party or something? Funny you should mention that. I am indeed going to a LAN party, but I will also probably share some of these at work and literally just give Anger like 2 of these bags straight up. Yeah. In the UK, they have their own specialty selected potato chips, crisp, because UK. Yeah. What is this? Dude. The malt and salt. What the fuck? You found a PNG of the bag? Thank you. Dapper Frank on one of the bags? Dude, chat, check out Dapper Frank. Hold on. We need...
So yes, we Dutchies sort of have store brand chips, but like Albert Heijn has Albert Heijn store brand chips, Dirk has Dirk brand chips, Aldi has Aldi brand, etc.
Moon sent me these. No, I don't think I've ever tried these. We do have these same pork rinds here, but I don't think I've ever had the old Dutch brand. The Frank brand trash bags say Frank carries the load. Drop a load in Frank and take them out. Are they like freeze dried? Yeah. Yeah, they're like the same exact thing. They're not actually freeze dried, but dude, look at these, man. What the hell? Tesco's. Crisp assortment 12-pack. This is too much world building for some potato chips. It's too late, man. We're already committed at this point. So these are like less ketchup-y We've fallen into the Frank rabbit hole head first. Hey, I'm happy to be here. Like, they don't get me wrong, they still taste ketchupy, but way less so. Not way less so. Less so. And there's like a mild warmth to them. They're not spicy. Although if you sat here and ate a bunch, I bet the heat would build. They're good. Sweet chili, not ketchup. Yeah, but I mean, like, it is the exact, it literally tastes like the ketchup chips though. There's just less of the ketchup seasoning on these chips and more of the spicy seasoning, which, so it's like, it's not as, I kind of expected it to be a little bit more different. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's, I'm going to turn you into ketchup. That's what's very rude. Why is your answer violence? We're just appreciating, we're appreciating Frank and Lay's here. Frank is kind of a big dill on pickle chips. Dude, I would love that. Chat, who's had this brand before? Miss Vicky's. They're really good. Yep. Miss Vicky's is very tasty. They're common here. Yeah. Miss Vicky's is common here, but these two flavors are not. Kettle cooked chips. Yep. You don't like kettle chips though? Their spicy dill pickle is hot. I don't think I've ever seen their spicy dill pickle variety. All we have is like very boring Vicky's flavors. I don't know if this one made it. It's very, I can't find a pop on it anywhere, but it also doesn't have like any air in it. But it also doesn't like expand like there's a hole in it. I've seen jalapeno Miss Vicky's before. I don't know, jalapeno chips are okay, but jalapeno like in general is just kind of overrated to me. Those look pretty similar. God, they smell way more intense. These are the most sour. These are less sweet. These are really good. These taste the most like actual tomato, which depending on if you actually like tomatoes or not, will be either a good or a bad thing. Where's the crunch ASMR? Dude, I hate shit like that. Ugh. Those are really nice. Wow, that crunch reminds me of one time I played Fortnite once. Me too, bro. Me too. You want the sour cream one? The sour cream one's really good. So look at this little clip. It's just barely hanging on. Oh, this is just a great outfit. What is this? Dude, I would rock a Lidl outfit. Chat. Would you wear a Lidl outfit? That bucket hat goes hard, dude. I believe it or not, Matt. Believe it or not, I have actually seen this brand before. I think I've actually tried one of these. I forget which flavor it is, but I tried one of the Simba flavors. Did Oakham send you the chips? I have 4 unread messages from Oakham, so I will check them. Simba's big in Mozambique and South Africa. We would make sandwiches with it. I believe that. They were tasty. They're really tasty. You have Lidl socks. Dude, I would wear Lidl socks. There's actually a shop in Tyler that a guy from South Africa opened up, and he just imports a bunch of snacks from South Africa and sells them. Every once in a while, I'll stop in there and just get some random shit. They have like these crazy energy drinks, which I only get one like every once in a while because it probably has like the most insanely toxic yellow coloring imaginable in it, and just an absolute pile of sugar. I can't even remember what they're called, but the outside of the can looks toxic. It looked so toxic that I had to try it, and I tried it. I was like, damn, that's actually not bad. Chutney's fucking amazing. I'd put it on everything when I was younger. Yeah. What the hell is this, dude? How? What? What is that? Wild taste? Yes, for sex. All bodies taste good. That is not a factual statement. No preservatives. Dicks. Thank you for the dicks. Added to the throne? This is dick flavored. All right. What science body did you consult with to verify the dick flavor of this chip? Can you confirm Jungle Edition? Dude, I have no idea, man. I know these are real. I saw them in a shop, but they were like 15 euros. I bet it's salty. Please let it have no cheese, dude. For real. And they come in his and hers variations. What the fuck? For the hot ones? Okay. Dude, the art on that shit is just... that is something. Waiting on my slime boss to taste test them. Wait, you sent some? Oh, Jesus Christ, Matt. There's crumbs everywhere. She has them as a subathon goal. How many subs away is she? Momo found them in a store somehow? That reminds me of going to Vegas for TwitchCon and whatever the ridiculous spaghetti or no. Dude, I forgot even what flavor the chips were, but it was like $20 for a bag of fucking chips. 500 subs or like 250-ish, I think. How many more days does the subathon go, Oakham? right, I'm gonna have some of these. Another week and a half. Okay, awesome. A sweet chili and sour cream. These do not smell as good as the other ones. Are these Canadian? They sure are. Check out that maple leaf. And the Francois. I actually think that I like the other ones better than these. I like the sweet spicy ketchup ones over the sweet chili and sour creams. These are really good though. We need a verdict, best to worst. Okay. Those are okay. They'd be better without the sour cream flavor. I typically really like sour cream flavoring. Okay. I think these are really good. I think I'd probably rate these the best. I'd probably go with these next. I really like these. Then I think I would go with the Lay's All Dressed. After that, I think I'm going to put the sour cream. Then I think we're going to go with regular Lay's ketchup. After that, I'm going to go with the Chablis pour l'occasion. And not just because there's a cute little Frank on it. And then last, I think I'm going to put our Lay's Sweet Chili Heat. Nailed that pronunciation. You know, I do try. I do try. I got some eating to do. I really do. And that's not all that was in this box. We have more discovering to do, chat. What is this little dude? What is this little dude? Oh. Whoosha! I got a squishy little bee dude. Oh. Hold on, let me make room. Let me make room for all of this. This poor box. I feel so ridiculous putting 7 open bags of chips into a cardboard box that's beat to shit. Okay. Oh, What is this little dude? It's a little Beanie Baby thing. It's by Ty anyways. Well, thank you for the little bee hacky sack. It's got like, it's got little pellets in them. Squish it is kind of squishy. It's a nice squish. Okay. Okay. What is this? What is a coffee crisp? Makes a nice light snack. Are they feel like they're individually wrapped. Chocolate wafer bar with coffee flavor. Oh, there's a little keychain. Coffee crisp sound tasty. I want to try one. Oh, that's neat. Did you make this for Idiot? That's clever. Chat, it's a little bee keychain, but it's on a like a glasses lens that a hole has been drilled in, and then it's got like a little hangy bit on it. That's cute. No, you got it from some home crafts maker. Focus. 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 It had a B, so, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Also have some, these things. The arrow, arrow bar, I guess. I've had these before, but they're super good. Just a Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate bar. There's mint ones? Dude, the mint sounds amazing. I kind of want to try these. I'm going to open this. All right, I'll try the arrow and I'll try the coffee crisps. Dude, my dinner is absolutely trash tonight. Oh man. Oh man, that is a serious bar. One bar is only 260 calories though. That's not bad for something like this is not a small bar. Yeah, it's chunky. Don't act as a pizza or macas would be healthy either. Oh no, for sure not. My dinner is Canadian noms. Just snacks. All right, let's do it. It really do be just a big old chunky wafer. Like, big. Chocolatey stuff was based on a webpage listing of things not available in the States, supposedly. I have never seen... I was familiar with Arrow. I've never had it. I don't remember seeing it around here. I've definitely not seen coffee crisp around here. Look at them layers, chat. That's really good. Coffee Crisp is a Canadian exclusive, like Canadian Smarties. What the hell is so exclusive about Canadian Smarties? Damn, dude, I want to finish this whole thing right now. I'm going to wait. That's really good, man. That's really good. Oh, no. I don't know if I'm going to share those. 48, do I have to share those? Let's see what these look like. No. Yeah, dude, my music never fucking, well, not never, but fucking played GeoGuessr to this, like, the craziest shit. Who plays GeoGuessr to funk music? We do. So fuck you. What they don't know, they won't miss. That's the problem. Anger might find out. U.S. Smarties are called Rockets here. Canadian Smarties are a chocolate-covered candy like M&M's. Oh, I've gotten those Smarties before. Well, I don't know if they're actually called Smarties, but I got them from that South African store, and they were very tasty. Do Canadian make chocolate with barf taste in it? No, I don't think that they do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they sell non... What's that acid that's added as a preservative that makes it all... And I think a lot of American chocolates have stopped doing that too. Oh my God, dude. It's like super melty. It does have little holes in it. Look at that. Oh, that's really weird. That's really weird. Welcome to the crumble zone. No, there's no crumble. There's no, it's like a weird smush. It's a weird smush because of the air, I guess. Like you can... Oh my God. Yeah, that's really, that's, y'all can't see it, but like you can just put a dent in it. That's pretty tasty. Arrow's under another company here, but whenever I had them, they were awesome. Shaber! Welcome to the snack zone with OMGBs. Better than Ben and Adam's snack zone? Hell yeah, it's better than Ben and Adam's snack zone. All right, I'm having this last little square. My God, dude, I've had so much chocolate and so much chip. Hi, Rainy. Yeah, I've had a bunch of Canadian chips and chocolate just now. What do I do with all this? Did I have ketchup chips? I had like, tonight I had 3 varieties. Well, one of them wasn't ketchup, but it was totally ketchup. No, I mean with my opened ones that I don't like. I don't want to eat that whole bar of chocolate right now. Mukbang string? Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. All dressed? Yes. I had Frank all dressed and I had Lay's all dressed. I liked the Frank ketchup chips more than the Lay's ketchup chips, but the Lay's all dressed chips more than the Frank all dressed chips. Yeah, dude, I undressed the shit out of Frank. Snack on it while we watch hide and seek, of course. That is a good point. It's actually an excellent point. And that concludes the care package from 488. 488, thank you very much. I always enjoy the random pile of, well, whatever you send me. I really appreciate it. I've gotten everything from socks to Gunpla. I still wear the socks. Only some were poisoned. Yeah, I'll be all right. I might not be resistant to COVID, but surely that means I'm resistant to poison, right? 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 Why don't you wear the Gunpla? How rude. My bad. My bad. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump into jet lag so that anybody that's waiting on jet lag gets to watch it and then can peace out. I don't know. How long is the episode tonight? Let's find out. YouTube. 37 minutes, so it's pretty decently long episode. Dude, I've got the Why Kids Don't Go Outside Anymore recommended on this account as well. And a live stream of Jackson's Hole? Okay. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I would go visit Jackson Hole, absolutely. I don't want to even think about how much real estate costs there, though. That hole getting some action, dude. That hole is filled up. I've had that Why Don't Kids Go Outside recommended as well. I never saw the channel before anywhere. Literally nowhere. Flurf design, dude. How many? This guy has 35,000 subscribers, 16 videos. That's it. Flurf D's. Why is that one man standing in the road? Where? The dude crossing? There are actually 12 people watching this stream right now. He's gone. He got away with it. He got away with it, guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll watch this. 500,000 views, 190,000. I mean, his views he's gotten good reviews on a lot of his videos. It's probably seen consistent views and was like, fuck it, we're going to push the hell out of this. I like the big antler nightmare arch. Oh my God, that is antlers. Holy shit. Chat, did you even realize that this was all antlers? Because it's all antlers. Oh my God. What a glorious arch of death you have. Well, Jackson Hole is a very like, oh my God, what the broken sword, Hatu? American culture for real. Yeah, it is. Jackson Hole is a very like out there kind of place. Dude, that's crazy. Hold on. We're gonna Google this. Jackson Hole antler arch. Oh my God. That's insane. It's all elk antlers? What in the Lovecraftian horror? I don't even want to know, like, how much
Jackson
that would
hole.
cost.
I'm going to jack your hole, son.
Oh yeah. We have another entrant from Oakham that we can watch real quick. Hold on. I had Forgore. We'll watch this real quick before we watch Jetlag.
Shit.
If you need to stop yourself from quitting VTubing, just come on, dudes. 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 Come on, dude. Come on. 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 I thought it was solid advice. Man. I thought you were doing great, though. Like, I really thought you were doing great. Uh-huh. If you need to stop yourself from quitting VTubing, just come on, dude. Come on, dudes. The fucking outro screen, dude. Another banger from Oakham. It's simple. All right, we got sidetracked. We got sidetracked by the giant antlers, and then we had a worthy sidetrack by more solid work from Oakham, who edited my most recent video on the channel, which is actually a short that got 500 views and the most likes out of any short that I've ever posted. It got the most views and the most likes out of any short that I've ever posted. I've only posted like a handful of shorts, but still. That being said, check out the YouTube.
Welcome to episode 3 of our 4-day game of hide and seek across Switzerland. Right now, Adam and I are looking for Ben based on a few key pieces of information. He's hiding somewhere in this blob, in a canton that did not vote for the center party, that is near a lake, that rhymes with one of these 5 words, and has a train station that looks like this.
Dude, I forgot we made that a
wasting
command.
Quite a bit of time last episode looking for Ben in the Zug area, thanks to him sending tricky rhyming words. Adam and I believe we might have finally tracked him down in the town of Steinen. So now we're arriving there, hoping to see a train station that matches this photo.
Well, already it seems slightly more promising.
Does it?
Although very modern. Yeah, now it's seeming less promising. No.
No.
All right.
Oh, man. Where could he be?
Okay, I actually think that I might have found the perfect hiding spot. So, if you go through this cute little tunnel, you get spat out in this, like, very secluded public pavilion. It's got a playground down
I wonder
here
if it's
that you can't
actually
see
public.
from anywhere else in town. Like, it's completely surrounded. I mean, I've been walking around this town for legit, like, hours, and I have not even caught a glimpse of this playground. It's like a secret playground. I think this might be the move.
It's not looking great. No.
Oh, this station is so modern.
He's not here. There's no way.
Thank you for the 5-stream streak. Also, I left fishing on, but I muted it. So if y'all want to fish, feel free.
Just how complicated this game
You
can be.
won't actually disturb the video.
Thinking that they
Hey,
know
Darian,
exactly where
welcome
I
in.
am and that they're about to come get me, but I am starting to think that they might not know where I am at all. You're fumbling the bag, boys. You're fumbling the bag. This was supposed to be a bad run on my part. This was supposed to be a damn disaster.
Moved into first
Look at
place.
that little timer graphic. Look at it tick up. That's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty cool. Is that the high score? Yeah, I think that's the high score.
That is the
yeah,
high
I'm thinking
score.
that's the high score right now.
I think we need a question. I think there might be some logic to a radar. I mean, if we did 25, that would encompass this entire region.
I still think he's here.
Well, we should confirm at this point, I
I
think.
guess.
And I agree, it's like, I don't want to spend that much, but like, it's much better to spend that much now than spend the next couple hours looking in the wrong area of the country.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Okay, they have just deployed a 25-mile radar, which is interesting. It is a hit. They're within 25 miles of me. That makes me think that they're not very confident about where I might be. Because obviously, like, if they have figured out that I am here, then they would just come here. We'll see.
All right, well, he's within 25 miles.
What does that really tell him, though?
Interesting.
Show us the map.
Well,
I mean, I kind of feel like we already knew that, but I guess good to know for sure. Okay. Where the hell is he? Rug awakened boxcar again.
after some more looking,
You're right,
we realized
McLennan.
the next town over, Seawin, fit all the parameters. It was within the still viable zone, rhymed with awaken, had no town hall, and was definitely close enough to the lake. So we decided to go check it out.
I mean, it's very pretty.
Oh yeah.
It's the type of place Ben would go.
God, that is
There's
gorgeous.
gravel on the sides of this. I don't know.
Well, that makes sense to get off regardless. Well, let's check it out. Yeah, maybe it doesn't look like it.
Doesn't seem like it. Could it be like? Does not seem like it.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not seeing anything that looks like that photo.
No, it's definitely not here.
Wasn't that the ceiling? Which ceiling?
It's probably creepy for me to be on the swing. I shouldn't be on the swing.
Why would that
That's
be
not good.
creepy?
Now that it was clear Ben couldn't be anywhere on this
Oh,
lake, we went
yeah.
back to the drawing board searching for other candidates.
I'm just trying to figure out, like,
Oh, ad break. We'll chill for a second. Didn't he take a picture from like the back of the train station or something? So I guess it could be. That does look like the right orange. Yeah. Let's just try every stop on the train. They're easy. I mean, there can only be so many towns in a 25-mile circle. They've already eliminated a bunch of it. So his train station was basically a shed. Yeah. I mean, they can't have that many more options, right? Unless he's like just on the exact edge, like around the top of that lake, which would be hilarious. Just call the police, put out a missing person notice. Now they have help. True. Unethical tips for playing hide and seek with your friends across Switzerland. Cheating? Nah.
Let me pull up some of my maps. So this now wouldn't rhyme. Again and Awaken basically rhyme, so it's weird he put them both in.
It's a feature.
He's not at Washwell, he's not at Horndley. Shamletton?
Is that on the west side?
Yeah. What about Fluellen?
Despite scouring the map, we couldn't find anywhere that fit all the parameters. So, faced with no other options, we decided we had no choice but to head back up to the stations around Zug to see if there was something we'd missed.
Zug.
So you think he was just in Zug all along?
I mean, it seems unlikely, but like, I just don't see other good candidates.
I don't blame Rose for loving Zug.
Are they going back to Zug?
I guess he's not in Zug.
Oh. Boys. Okay, all right. Fuck it, I'm gonna go get lunch. This is gonna take a while.
Dude, I love this for Ben, I really do.
Jesus. On our way up to Zug, we decided to ask Ben for a picture of the tallest mountain he could see. Our logic was that he'd have to shoot across the lake, meaning by looking at his angle of the mountain, we could determine his position on the lake. Of course, that assumed he was on our same lake.
Okay, well,
what are the rules for
they
this
just
picture?
asked me for a picture of the tallest mountain that I can see from where I am. And that's an interesting one. I don't really know why they asked that. So these are basically all the mountains you can see from here. And though that mountain is definitely the tallest, what we're supposed to do, the point of this question is like, what mountain is like highest up on your skyline, basically? So I have to send a picture of this one. And hopefully that doesn't give away too much. Okay, let's go ahead and send that
I don't feel like
picture to them
that's
and
very
see what they make
helpful.
of it.
Is this our third time here?
Yeah, I think so.
Zug.
That's tough.
All right,
Zug
well,
again.
the photo of the mountain is useless because it's from his perspective and seemingly there's a mountain behind him.
All right, well, let's research to see if we
Oh
can
God,
find
they
any
think
other
that mountain's behind him.
Because we might just be missing one.
That was
Yeah,
legitimately
certainly possible.
across the lake that he was at.
Okay, it's lunchtime. I don't know what this is, but
The hell is that?
it looked good. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so good. What is that? Someone in the comments, please tell me what this is, because it's so good.
Well, I'll show it to me then, dude.
This is so exciting for me. I love this.
Yeah, it looks like some roll, but I want to know more about this mystery
He's not
pastry.
on this lake.
Well, there's only like 2 other options. After some more looking, we did find something we'd missed. You might have noticed this earlier because you have this neat little map, but we hadn't realized that while almost all of Lake Lucerne is in the Lucerne Canton, which we'd ruled out because of its political party, a very small part of it poked into the still eligible Schweiz Canton, meaning it was possible that was the lake Ben was on.
Okay.
The road pattern of Merle-Lishaken kind of fits, but it's not close enough to feel like a slam dunk.
Okay, but 1 second. Kusnacht am Rigi doesn't rhyme. Merlis Shannon does. Okay, wait.
Like, I assume you're looking at this thing here.
Wait.
Maybe some kind of
No,
schnitzel?
I think
Maybe.
this does match. Look, this thing. That totally matches that. Look at the bottom part. Look at these next to each other. What is this place called? Melis, whatever?
Yeah.
Merlis Shannon.
Man, that road does give that away.
I mean, we would need to go all the way out there, we would need something much more conclusive.
No, I think this is it. I really think this is it. Wait, I'm gonna trace it.
Okay.
That's gotta be it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, you can clearly.
Sam, what the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you? Are you throwing on purpose? I don't understand. It's the same fucking picture. Maybe they should just zug some more, dude. Clearly.
It's pretty close.
That's
okay.
it.
Well, let's figure out whether or not there is something in that town that can like confirm it for us before we go there. And how about you do that?
This just confirmed it for me.
I guess I hadn't thought about orientation.
Dude,
yet.
Sam just makes me want to lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, actually,
It's
yeah.
a perfect match.
Now that I think about it,
Oakham, dude, you missed. They have done. Was Sam the one with the disguise, or was that Adam? I honestly, at this point, they're like both of these dudes are just. It's painful, man. It's painful. That was Adam. Okay, Adam both times. Fuck them both. All right, I hope Ben wins.
orientation, yeah, that is pretty clear. Okay, seems like we have about 10 minutes until the next train option there.
What platform, Sam?
I think 2.
I'm confident that he's there. The road pattern matches way too
No,
close.
I mean, I agree. The road pattern feels like a slam dunk.
The road pattern is a slam dunk. The road pattern's a slam
And
dunk.
doesn't have a town hall. And wait, do we know what it rhymes with?
Yeah, it rhymes with awaken.
Yeah, no, it feels good.
Wonder how long it's gonna take them to get there from this point.
Merlis shaken, awaken.
Yep.
As Americans, I can understand being confused. The road's not at right angles. Yeah, and that is
Alright,
that
well,
is fair.
it looks like Sam and Adam have left Zug once again, and they are heading back south. So maybe, finally, they have figured out where I am. Or at the very least, they have figured out the area that I'm in. Does seem like they're not wasting any more time up in Zug.
Now they just have to
Now,
make it
I
there.
just have to see if they do end up taking that rail line towards Lucerne. Because if they do, they'll be heading towards me.
God, it's so fucking pretty there. Back to the playground, yeah.
So this is the lake that we believe he sent a picture of. And I mean, I gotta tell you, that water looks like the picture he sent. It's like the same color, it's the same clarity, it's the same, like, it does match.
Bro,
No, I think the mountain's gonna
it's
be.
water.
Oh, is that it?
I think that might be it. Hey, we have to round it more. This is looking good.
Yeah, see, now we're at more of an angle, and now it fits.
It feels. Yeah,
You
that
should be
feels
drinking
definitive.
advanced GG right now. What the hell,
That's the same
man?
mountain.
All right, well, Sam and Adam are finally on their
Yeah,
way,
look at 'em.
which means it's time to go back to my hiding spot. Because
You're
if
right,
they get
my
off the
bad.
train here, then we enter the end game, and I want to be in my secret playground.
Don't tell them I like Red Bull.
So now I just have to remember how to get back there. I'm gonna go ahead and hide under the slide because it's raining. Okay, they're just about to pull into my station. Now the question is, are they gonna get off?
Yup. Now they just have to find him. I'm curious how long this is going to take them. Because he's just like smack in the middle of
really
town.
quick before he can curse us, Sam asked for a photo.
Okay. I don't know why he hasn't cursed us.
Yeah, I'm kind of
God,
surprised
God
by
damn it,
that.
Polka Dog.
Hope we're in the right spot.
Let's see if we can find something that matches the photo. Is it the back of this
Dude.
thing?
No.
Okay, he looks.
There it is.
Imagine.
Is that it? That's it.
Imagine if they had not checked the back of the train station and been like, well, I guess it can't be here, and just fucking left.
Let's get his ass.
Don't snort your advanced
Ladies and
GG.
gentlemen,
Fucking
we
don't.
got him.
Okay, they've just requested the photo of my face, which means that I think they know that I am here. So I gotta take a nice, good photo.
Back to
of my
Zug.
face.
I guess let's head into the town.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that feels pretty useful.
What is that?
I don't know, but that feels like something that we would be able to find.
Yeah, we can probably find that.
Almost looks like, I don't
Why would he give them that photo, dude? I feel like you could take a picture in front of a bush or like that screams like a slide or like park or something. You can't move. Then why would you sit under that if you know that that's going to be coming? You should have just had the undescript tree in the background. Yeah, exactly.
know, like a playground slide or I don't know, but
I mean, he's
Watch
got to
me.
be cursing us any minute.
why didn't he?
No, I mean, I think that that's just a mistake.
Because he
Go
thought
ahead
that it
and
was
send them
like,
that photo. And now that we are in the short game, I think that it may finally be time,
he thought that the park was
To cast
secluded.
a
I guess we're going to
curse.
find out if that's true.
and we can afford 3 dice.
Exactly. Yeah, Brandon, thank you.
So let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a 4, a 1, and a 3. That is 8.
8. What does 8 get
Cheese
you?
rolling curse. Before you ask your next question, in a single roll, roll cheese a distance of 30 feet.
The cheese roll curse. Okay, well, you know what? That is probably pretty good because that's going to take them a little while to do it. And I think that they're going to have to ask at least another couple questions before they actually find me. Go ahead and roll that cheese, boys.
So I'm kind of trying to look out for those trees, along with whatever this yellow thing.
It's like an orangish, semi-rusted.
Okay, he cheese roll cursed us, but I think we just ignore it.
That curse is that we have to do that before asking another question. I think it was a huge mistake for him not to do a curse earlier before we were in his zone and before we asked a precision question.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, yes, curse of cheese. Swiss cheddar. Cheddar, mozzarella. Pizza, cheese.
Did you roll your fucking R? Excuse me?
I've been here.
Wait, you've been here?
Yeah.
I thought you found where he was. Why have you been here?
I came here on my run from Lucerne on Sunday. Okay, and here's what I was noticing. Okay, I know this is
You
all.
ran here from Lucerne? How
Yeah.
far is this from Lucerne?
It was 7.5 miles out. I was running by and I was thinking like, I wish we were filming right now because what are these?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I cannot for the life of me figure out what these are. And I want the comment section to tell me.
Still not the right spot, guys. No secret playgrounds there.
Chad, do you know what those are?
Don't dilly-dally. Every minute matters.
I have truly no idea
It's
even a
so
little bit.
baffling. Like they have these little spinny things at the top.
They're certainly not windmills.
No.
With the
And,
spinny
I was
things.
thinking maybe lightning rods or something.
Oh, that could be it.
Maybe for this construction, but I've never seen that anywhere else.
I would buy lightning rods.
Anyway, comment section, please tell me. I'm so confused. Anyway.
I remain a little bit skeptical that we can find him with
Sticks
just
or
that
some
info.
shit. Yep.
Well, I think
let's kind of give the town a once over.
Yeah, it's not big.
All right, well, they're working their way towards me. But I think they are no match for the secret playground. You know, you've gotten this far, but your hardest test still awaits you. Can you find the secret playground?
I think the thing that I'm looking at is there's some pretty clear trees
Whoa!
behind him.
Brain got a
only in
record
some
Hu-Tao.
areas. So we know that he's not here.
Yeah.
Because we don't have trees like that. And it seems like the two options are that he's down by the water or up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, that thing that's above him looks pretty distinctive.
Yes, once we see it, I think we're gonna be able to tell for sure. I think let's head down towards the water. And if it doesn't seem like it's like that, then maybe head up a bit.
There's a playground here, because we thought it could be a playground.
Okay, it looks like they're by a school. They're probably checking out if I'm at the playground by the school. I probably should have picked a less creepy hiding place than under a child's slide, but it's all about strategy, okay? I'm trying to win here. I'm trying to win a very important game. We can't worry about the way that this might
He's about to hit
look
8
to
hours.
strangers, okay? I need to not get found by two boys.
No. Slide is green.
Well, we might be able to get a good view from here.
Yeah.
Unless are we infiltrating a preschool?
This might be a
He can't win harder than being detained in a Swiss prison. That's a good point.
They're kids.
Let's.
Nope.
Is getting detained by the authorities against the rules.
This without asking another question so that they don't have to get rid of their curse, which is a bold strategy. And I would argue probably not gonna work. I think they're gonna have to ask another question to find me, but we'll see.
I think let's check out the water view. But I feel...
Well, I think the good thing about the little park that he's at is you have to go through that little, it almost looks like a private alleyway thing. And then you get to a little sitting area. And then on a level that's lower than that you can't see from the street, you have the little playground. So they would have to be walking, honestly, they would have to either go back into that sitting area or they would have to be walking through the alleyway street that's behind, between the row of houses to see that playground that he's at.
Good about the ability to identify this tree, because all of these trees, I'm immediately looking at and being it's not this tree. Because this tree is uniquely pointy.
I don't know. I mean, look, a circle with a mile in diameter is still
Rent an
pretty
Airbnb.
big.
Do you remember what exactly the parameters of that one is?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
30-foot roll.
No, I want to keep looking, personally. Well, the grocery store's closed until 2:30 anyway.
Uh-oh.
I still feel like this will be quicker.
Okay.
30 feet is a lot?
Look, there are only so many trees. Yeah,
Again, the tree I'm less convinced by. I'm more convinced by that we can find a big orange rock.
Well, that too, the combination. But this tree, look how pointy and upwards this tree is in comparison to all of these trees.
Sure.
If you found a slightly cylindrical piece of cheese, I think you could nail 30 feet. Is there a rule about not chunking it 10 feet before it starts rolling? Because I feel like that's just the move. You're oh no, I went 10 feet before it started rolling. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe it is actually harder than it seems to me, but I don't know. I can roll a baby bell pretty far, I bet. Yeah. Just roll it down a hill. Yeah, I don't see that being difficult for most people. Maybe it will be a challenge for Adam and Sam. I don't know.
It's a quite distinctive shape.
Okay. You keep your eye out for the trees, and I'm keeping my eye out for the orange thing.
Well,
I don't have a keen eye for trees.
I think let's head up.
Okay.
Okay, they are getting closer. They're going up the right street.
Oh my.
That worries me a little bit. Uh-oh. Turn the wrong way.
Have we
Turn the wrong
considered
way.
skill issue?
Turn the wrong way. Turn the wrong way. Turn the wrong way. Please turn the wrong way. Don't go towards me. Okay, okay. Okay, they went the wrong way.
Actually,
uh-oh.
You like this path?
It's a public accessible path, which would make sense for him to be on.
Oh, wow, this is interesting. It looks like they are checking the hiding place that I was gonna hide in before I found this playground. Okay, so I've been looking around town trying to find a good hiding spot. And as far as I can tell, the best hiding spot would be to lodge myself in that bush there, nice and good. Just really get up in there. You gonna find me in that bush? I don't think so.
He should have committed. He should have committed.
There's a slide.
Yeah, but it's not that.
I know. I'm just pointing it out.
Damn, they could probably
Yeah, honestly,
almost
just
see him
like-
from there.
This playground here is not a crazy hiding space. This is pretty far up and pretty far out of the way too. Like I think if I hid here, it would take them a decent while to find me. But
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna-
bush was private property.
I'm gonna keep looking.
What a shame, what a shame.
Let me Google like parks and like playgrounds.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Nothing comes up for playground.
I assume probably not this one either, right?
Nothing comes up for park.
Yeah, it's too small, I think.
Okay. So what's down this way?
Oh shit.
Well, I think we want to go this way.
Okay.
We have just passed hour 7 and they are still wandering aimlessly in the
Jesus
hills.
Christ,
One
hi
thing to also
nerdy.
point out is that you can see the playground from Google Maps. So if they really scour Google Maps, the satellite, they should be able to figure out where I am.
The one thing that I keep thinking is like there are all these little cut.
You caught a
throughs and
record
paths
Santa
and stuff,
shaper.
And that would make a lot of sense as somewhere to hide. Actually, you know what we haven't done?
What?
We haven't just looked at the satellite map for a big yellow thing.
That's true.
You can see that slide.
But, okay, this is interesting. The Google Maps satellite shows a different slide here. It's actually outdated. So if they use that, they might think that this isn't the playground.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh.
That's in
What's
the area that we
that?
haven't looked at. Although I don't see trees.
No, but the trees could be behind him. But they could be those trees.
Yeah, it's kind of far though. And
How far is it?
Well, it's not too far, and it's the area we want to check out anyway.
Let's head that way.
Dude, how long are they gonna take,
It doesn't
man?
look like there's anything that would match.
No. But you'll notice you start to see the trees manicured in the right way. It's all in the trees, you see?
I would have already slapped the fuck out of him. I would have already ruined his fucking day over these fucking trees, man. I would have been if the motherfucker ever said trees around me ever again, game over. Walk around for an hour or roll a cheese.
The trees what?
The trees. It's
No,
all,
I know.
It's all in the trees.
Navigating mostly by trees and with the grocery
Oh
store
my
still closed,
God.
preventing us from clearing our curse, we continue to wander with less and less luck.
In retrospect, I really should have picked a spot that I was willing to actually stay in for more than like 5 minutes. Because
Dude, I think I would
around
knock
is
on
so
somebody's
cold,
door and be like, just give me some
and
cheese.
I look so stupid. And
Give me the cheese
anyone
now.
who's Up here. I mean, frankly, I don't know what the laws are here, but I feel like if you see a fully grown man just sitting under a slide, you should be able to kill him.
His anxiety is
So-
real.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
At a certain point, we should like ask a local. We
Yeah.
should be like, do you know what this is?
Okay, they are getting closer. I mean, Sam is directly in front of that building. But I don't think that he can see the playground from there. I don't think that there's a way.
10 minutes, we can get our cheese and ask another question. So I think let's poke this way and then get the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't see the playground from this road. It's just a local being like, what the fuck?
No, it seems like they have passed me. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a close call. They were like this close. Yeah, they were just in front of these 2 buildings here. If those buildings weren't there, they would have caught me.
That's amazing.
We have now
I
taken long
fucking
enough.
love that.
The grocery store is back.
Oh
open
my
from its lunch break,
god.
so we can probably clear our curse and ask some other additional questions.
Which seemingly we're gonna need to.
Yeah, I mean.
How have we not found him? This place is not big.
I would like your finest cheese, sir.
Cheese.
I mean, this is a wheel.
Yeah.
That's a nice wheel, too.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. How do you feel about your cheese rolling ability? I feel pretty good about mine for what it's worth.
Here.
Right, McLennan.
This would work.
Yeah.
Let's go with this. I feel extremely
wanna do it?
confident. I'll do it. You got to do the apple.
Sweet, Nerdy.
I feel
Also,
extremely confident.
happy birthday, Nerdy.
Here we go.
Well, that was easy. Wait, get the cheese.
Nah, bro, I don't want to roll cheese. It's gonna be too difficult. It's gonna be really, really hard to roll cheese 30 feet. That would be completely ridiculous and unachievable for a mere mortal such as myself. That is sick. What the chat? Look at this. That's super cool. Unachievable. Oh my god. I cannot confirm or deny a birthday. Well, happy not confirmed or denied birthday. That's super cool. Whoa, Green Mario. That is pretty. That's pretty astute of you to notice Green Mario. Thank you for sharing. Dude, I love seeing shit like that.
The cheese. No. No.
I think now we just flood him with stuff.
Which one would we want to do next?
Let's get the letter that his nearest street starts with.
Is that going to be useful?
Most of the streets start with S or R, but I do think it would be useful.
I mean, if you think so. Yeah, I mean, it would exclude a lot.
So it seems like they have finally gotten rid of their curse, because they just asked me for my street letter. We'll see what they did with that information.
You got too big of a ribeye and I have regrets.
There's a lot of
That
S's.
does
there are
not,
a lot of S's.
not sound like regrets
Okay,
to
do we
me,
want to fire
man.
another one?
Maybe. Well, let's look.
Okay, well, there's 2 key.
I just ate entirely too many chips and chocolate. And you know, whenever you've just eaten junk and you like just want real food, that is me right now. Like I just want like a piece of meat and a potato. We don't all have Texas stomachs. I mean, true.
There's
Stutstrats,
which we did look a good bit, and then there's this whole thing here, which like we did.
C Platzweg. Okay.
Maybe let's just go check that out since we're so close.
So wait, C Platzweg.
Yeah, we're so close.
Okay, Lee, let's go check out C Platzweg.
Doesn't seem like this fits, but I just want to be 100% sure. Sure is.
What about the
pretty.
trees, man?
I mean,
what about the
I don't see how we
trees?
could be here. So
No.
let's check out that other one. I think we checked here.
Did we check like this path?
Yeah, but that would be a different road, because this is a different road, so that wouldn't hit here.
Okay, it seems like they're going down the right street. Are they going to see the entrance to the playground? Because you can't see the playground from the street. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it.
Dude, if they miss it again, that will be
We'll see.
insane.
This might be about to be the end of my round.
I think it's either this or there's another one here.
Yeah, well, there's also little poke outs over there, so let's circle back up and
Yeah.
then come down these if.
I think we looked here.
I'm pretty sure.
Dude.
No, we already checked here.
Dude, what a good hiding spot.
We already checked both of those. And this is the end of Stutz.
They went right past it. I mean, they went right past the entrance. Oh my God. I don't know how they're gonna find me.
Poor dude must be cold as fuck, right? I wonder what he's doing to like occupy his time whenever he's not recording. Does he just have like another phone for like scrolling through Reddit or something? Bought a Game Boy. I would need something. Just literally sitting there in your hiding spot. He's studying the trees, Genshin on phone. Imagine the leg cramps from squatting that long. I would just be laying there. I would probably, in fact, the cops would probably get called because they'd be like, yeah, there's a dead tourist under a slide. I don't care if the ground is wet. I would just be chilling, take a nap. They're asking you questions about where you're at. And you're like, oh shit, my bad. I was actually sleeping. Imagine he gets bored, goes on the swing, and that's how they find him. I mean, at this point, he's about to hit 9 hours, dude. He might actually double second place's time, which I feel like is like, I thought that it was going to be more difficult to find them. I didn't know how this was going to work, but since they have a limited amount of time to get somewhere and hide, that actually works out pretty well. So this seems like a very, very solid run.
They're just gonna have to go back and notice it.
We've gotten 3 croissant sharks
Let's sit on the
tonight.
bench for a second and figure out what's next.
Yeah.
We're sure there's not just a very little Ben under there. He's not the tallest guy in the world. We sat down to thoroughly scour Google Maps, but after 15 minutes of looking, came up empty. So we decided to buy some more information.
We could ask how many minutes would it take for you to walk to your nearest train station?
That's interesting.
Let's ask that.
The answer is only 8 minutes, so now they know that I'm not up in the hills.
You'd think that this would have helped us more, but it turns out not so much. So we sat down on another bench and asked another question.
I just don't understand.
I agree.
Totally want the photo up, just see if that gives us anything. Maybe there'll be a
Cyber Zane, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here.
But I mean, we
Clubby!
have a pretty awkward angle.
Good to see you, dude.
The picture gave us some info on what Ben's nearby buildings look like, which got us close.
It's like, he's not in like a magical place. Like, it's just a place. We should be able to find it.
Gringotts.
Record
But
capybara.
we once again missed the entrance by a few hundred feet.
Maybe he just, like we said, found a really unintuitive path somewhere.
Yeah, he must have. Ben must be getting bored.
Watch him walk to the store,
So,
get
for a
some
third
booze.
time, we sat down on a bench
We
to
get drunk,
try to
Ben.
figure out what we could be missing.
Maybe. Well, have we looked, Sam? Have we looked here?
Where's here?
I can't tell what that is.
That's there.
I'm not sure.
Also, if they don't
I
have a
think
good
we
way to
have, but
actually, which it doesn't sound like it, if they don't have a good way to actually manage where they've been, like they don't have some kind of path running to tell them where they've been previously, I bet that shit kind of gets lost in the sauce. Like, have you checked there? Then you start doubting yourself. Then that motherfucker starts mumbling about trees again. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe we should go check it out.
Yeah.
That's 8 minutes. Look, that path says it's 8 minutes.
Are they gonna find
I think
him?
It might be that path.
You want to check it out?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh, we must just.
This way?
I think we might
Squirrely!
down there.
Thank you for the tier 1.
B1 Ray Jomk B1 strong.
Thank you for the 16 months, dude. It's good to see you.
This street. It's down and then it's over there, I think. That has to be it. Well,
I feel like we've said that a lot
Here,
of times.
we can cut down this way. Actually, look, cut down the other way. You know what's gonna be awesome is the motion graphic map that shows us walking like within 100 feet of it. 6 times.
You're getting awfully confident. So it's this one here?
No, it's to the right. It's like around this bend, and then it's a left.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Damn,
that's the
he
edge.
didn't make it to 10 hours.
This, we haven't been down this. I don't think we've been down this.
It's happening! It's happening!
Smokestacks.
Holy!
There's the damn slide. Oh my God.
That f***ing guy.
This sucked.
Dude, crushed it. Crushed it.
All right, Ben, give me the dice.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. Need more.
You need
9
more?
hours and
Ambitious.
36 minutes.
This sucked.
Yes.
This sucked so much.
It sucked for me too. I was sitting under that sign for so long.
Train station.
I think you probably want to go down and around.
All right. See that.
Good luck, Sam.
Oh my God, dude.
Hate this.
Yeah, well, that's the score to beat.
It
Congratulations.
is, yeah.
Thank you.
I have a little surprise for you.
2.5 hours of hiding
Right,
time, and
stop.
it'll be the end of the day.
Hello, Wormton. I had really good fondue last night.
This is awesome. Let's go right
There's
now.
also like
Key!
one restaurant.
Welcome in, Key. Can you get a shout out for Key,
there, and then
please?
let's go to the hotel.
Okay.
I will hydrate. Thank you. Thank you for shouting out, Key.
We're doing about May.
So we've been talking about tomorrow. The main situation is we really need to find Sam.
If we don't find Sam tomorrow, then we both lose because that'll mean that his run is longer than my run, and that Adam won't get another run because in order to get a longer run than him, we wouldn't be able to handle it before the end of the game. So the game will just be over. The game is 4 days.
So we have to find him.
Well,
You haven't
I've
been
arrived.
to work in 4 days. We are docking your pay for the month and revoking your insurance.
How are you even still messaging me? I drove to your office. You do not have an office to message me from. Just don't. I don't need your fucking pay anymore. All right, I'm gonna go get paid for hiding somewhere in Switzerland and putting it on YouTube.
In what I think is going to be quite the annoying spot for a bunch of reasons, all of which I will explain in the morning. Good night.
Ba-bow.
All right, look, the stakes are simple. If we don't catch Sam tomorrow, the game ends and he wins.
I don't think that's how stakes work, but all right. Go off.
Is that what's gonna happen? You could find out right now
On Nebula!
because next
Oh my God,
episode is up
Nebula!
Right now on Nebula.
It's
just
up right
like
now.
Every week, because every episode of Jetlag goes up 1 week early on Nebula.
And in addition to watching next episode right now, you can also listen to our after show podcast, The Layover, where we get into the behind the scenes. We dive into
Behind
our
the
strategy,
scenes?
and you're gonna want to hear a little bit
Oh
about
my
our strategy
God.
next round because it's gonna get really important. And I think that we've got a
We've got a distinct strategy. And you'll find out what it is next episode. Again, you could find out right now on Nebula. And we talk about it even more on the layover. So, something to entice you.
Something to entice.
Are you enticed?
If you're not enticed, you might want to know that there's a whole bunch more amazing stuff on Nebula.
Like what?
From all of your favorite creators. We got Brian from Real Engineering, you might remember him from the show. We got Joseph from Real Life Lore, you might remember him from the show. We got Toby from the show. She's on there. She's talking about math.
Scotty's on the show also and on Nebula
It's all good,
as
Key.
well.
You got all of your favorite creators making
Good luck with the rest of your keychains. I saw you post about them. They look fantastic. You are crushing it. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
original.
I'm dead?
content
I
on
bet.
here, and people, guess what?
I
It
bet.
doesn't cost $1 million. It's affordable.
It's so dang affordable that it only costs $30 for the whole year. The whole.
All right, we've shilled Nebula enough. I have to at least watch part of the Nebula ads if we're going to watch this on 400 more. Fuck, that is a lot of keychains. Oh my god. Well, you got this. I have to at least let them shill Nebula a bit because I think they do good work and I enjoy hanging out and watching this together. So please support them in their content. Chat, do y'all want to watch this crazy video that's getting recommended to everyone by this Flurf design guide that has 35,000 subscribers about why kids don't go outside anymore? Because otherwise I'm just going to end stream. I know it's a little bit of a shorter, if we end it now, it's a bit of a shorter stream than usual, but we could watch a couple more videos. Sure. Yeah. Let's find out why kids don't go outside anymore.
Children and teenagers these days aren't going outside as much as before.
Why? Hi, Leah. Why did you give me the meta?
Kids don't got outside anymore because of you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for the stretch and the posture check. Is the reason the antler arch? Maybe. Love you, Hylia. I was hoping it would be the green screen meta. That is true. We actually do. We need another redeem that's the green screen meta. V's is using the outdated meta. God damn it. You're so right. God. And I know that I could make a redeem that literally just turns myself green and all right, I'll work on it. I'll work on it after stream tonight. But I love you, Hylia. It's good to see you.
50 years ago, nearly half of all kids in America walked or biked to school. Today, it's less than 13%. This is largely due to the lack of independence children have. Parents are more worried than ever about letting their kids go out on their own, because look at all these kidnappings.
Dude, that's such an insane statement to me, though. Because, like, I guess I understand where he's probably going with this argument, but also kids have this fucking portal in their hands to the entire world. Kids literally get to carry around the fucking internet in their pockets. And like, I guess they have a more limited freedom of movement, but at the same time, they have way more freedom to just consume whatever bullshit they want to on the magic rectangle that they keep in their pocket. So,
Kidnappers outside. Look at them. However, stranger kidnappings are astonishingly rare, and these cases are always sensationalized in the media. The real threat to the safety of children are cars.
They do happen,
Vehicle
though.
collisions are the #1 cause of death among children and teenagers, killing thousands and injuring tens of thousands every year. When you look at how our cities are designed, none of this is surprising. Modern suburbs, and especially American suburbs, are car dependent.
I like how this dude is just dropping the R's and the modern cities and the when not everywhere is built like this. This is how it is in America, for sure. Like, for sure. But, like, you could walk fucking anywhere. Like, anywhere that I went in Europe.
Neighborhoods are endless mazes of single-family homes with streets laid out in winding cul-de-sacs. Businesses sit behind giant parking lots with wide multi-lane roads full of high-speed car traffic. This forces you to cross these big intersections designed for the flow of vehicles rather than the safety of people. This creates a vicious cycle where the dangerous streets make parents drive their kids more, but by doing so, they're adding more cars to the problem. Recently, the channel Oh the Urbanity made a video about Miami, and they caught this footage of a school bus having to stop in an angle and block traffic just so kids can safely get off.
Or not the norm either,
Because
yeah.
drivers literally would not stop. So when everything's too far away and crossing the street is too dangerous, children have zero independent mobility until they turn 16 and get a driver's license. Most of the world sets their legal driving age to 8.
This is your 4th grade teacher. You won't carry a calculator in your pocket wherever you go.
I guess. Also, this motherfucker never heard of a bike before. Literally, this dude has never heard of a bike before.
18, and for good reason.
The fact that the bus driver has to physically block the lanes just to get the drivers to actually stop. Yeah, I believe that 100,000,000%. Like it's really shitty. Like I've had people, like I've stopped for a bus before and I've had a person go around me. Yeah, America. Yep.
Teenage drivers are 4 times more likely to crash than adults, mainly due to immaturity and inexperience. But in most of North America, teenagers as young as 16 can drive unsupervised.
Nah, dude, I love car culture. I really do.
As young as 14. If we had viable alternatives to driving, our legal driving age wouldn't have to be so low, and teenagers wouldn't have to risk their lives just so they can have some independence.
Like it is more dangerous in America to ride a bike, I'm assuming. The fuck is a tram? It's better here if a tram stops, you have to stop. What the fuck is a tram? Yeah, that is a very American question because we don't have trams. Not a single, like there's a couple bus routes in my city. That's it. That is it. But yeah, I rode my bike across my fucking city whenever I was a kid. Like literally would ride my bike like 8-9 miles to a friend's house to play Warcraft 3. So like it is a fair point that he's like, kids don't have that much mobility until they turn 16. But like bikes do fucking exist.
Until then, children have to
Who the fuck is a kilometer, dude? I don't know. Fucking witchcraft or something.
This is where the soccer mom stereotype comes from. Someone who spends all their time driving their kids to and from different activities. In car-dependent suburbia, dropping off or picking up kids from school becomes this massive ordeal, with cars backing up for miles of traffic. These schools may be far away and are sometimes in rural locations, but this is primarily due to sprawling car-centric design. Due to the low density of the suburbs, schools have to consolidate into fewer but larger facilities that are farther away.
It would be difficult to skateboard places
smaller
here.
Schools that are closer.
Like genuinely.
Regardless, schools being in rural places does not justify the lack of infrastructure. This beautiful video by Bicycle Dutch shows how majority of all children in the Netherlands bike themselves to school, even if it's miles away in a rural area. They can do this because they've built safe cycling infrastructure throughout all their cities and the entire country. We might not build bike
that's the big thing,
the whole
Brady.
country like the Dutch, but even if a fraction of
Ranger, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Sunrider, welcome in. Ranger, welcome in. Of course. What were you up to? How was your stream? We are currently doing some React Andy content. We're just watching this video. We just finished up jet lag. We're watching this video by Flurf Design about why kids don't go outside anymore. It is going fantastic though. Yeah,
we are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies and doing glizzy overdrive.
Thank you for the glizzies. She flurf on me. She flurf on me D till I sign. Oh my god.
Fuck!
Did some world quests in Genshin. It was quite an adventure, I bet. Riding a bike here is asking to end up drug under a car to Brampton. There are very limited bike lanes in the city that I'm in. They're not great. They're definitely usable mostly. But I think like I could have ridden a bike to most of the schools that I attended. I never did though. I just got dropped off by my parents, but like, it's just not a common thing. Bees, what? But sidewalks do suck here usually. Sometimes they're okay. And like what the fuck is that? Oh my god. That's beautiful. How have we never thought of this? Oh my God. Dude, absolutely. I'm making something with this. Dude, how have we never thought of this? That's incredible. That's fucking amazing. I am 100% making that a redeem. Holy shit, dude. How has no one done this yet? All right, I'm making that shit tonight after stream. That is 11 out of 10. But yeah, you'll also notice that like a lot of places in the States, like the people that could really benefit from the great sidewalks and biking infrastructure that maybe don't have the income to afford a vehicle and vehicle maintenance and gas and shit like that, those areas have fewer and shittier sidewalks and infrastructure. And then the wealthy areas where motherfuckers have like 4 cars for themselves have so many cars they have to park them on the fucking sidewalk. That's beautiful and amazing and brand new. So shit like that is ass backwards here too. I feel like a lot of places.
These kids were able to walk or bike to school, it would make a huge difference for both parents and the development of children. A 2002 psychology study asked elementary school students to draw a map of their path to school, and the results were just sad. The child who walked to school on their own produced this accurate detailed drawing with various landmarks along the way. The child who walked with an adult got the orientation wrong, but still roughly identified the right directions. But this is the drawing from the child who was driven to school. Studies in Switzerland from the 90s found that children who freely played in their neighborhood on their own spent twice as much time outside, were way more active, had more than twice as many friends, and had better motor and social skills compared to kids who played in a park under parental supervision. Without independent mobility, children don't get as much exercise, contributing to the major child obesity crisis in the US. It also prevents them from, going out and socializing. Studies show that children with less independence are lonelier as they have a weaker sense of community, lower sense of safety, and have fewer activities with
Can't go
friends.
outside, Super Earth needs defending.
The emptiness of car-dependent suburbia also makes it feel more dangerous. In Jane Jacobs'
At
book,
least we're
The Death and
doing
Life
our
of
part,
Great
Oakham.
American Cities, she explains the concept known as eyes on the street. It basically means that vibrant and lively streets feel safer as there are more people around and thus more eyes to deter bad behavior. This is why dark alleyways or streets at nighttime feel dangerous. But without people regularly walking by or casual onlookers watching the streets, suburbia feels lonely and creepy. If a child were
You
to
could
be
walk to
kidnapped
acquire
outside,
Frank's chips?
no one
Ooh.
would notice. Over the past few decades, this sense of danger has changed our cultural attitudes towards children being out on their own, to the point where
Fucking
it could
FNAF
literally
sound
land
effect.
you in jail. Like Nicole Ganey, who was arrested and charged with child neglect for letting her son walk to the park
That
alone.
shit's insane
Or Deborah
to me.
Harrell, who spent 17 days in prison and temporarily lost custody of her child, all for letting her daughter play in the park alone.
Like, this shit to me, absolutely insane, man. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck even is that? Who gets to decide that? Bees lived in a park alone when he was 9? I did, though, man. Whenever I was a kid, my parents were just like, be home sometime.
Remember, kids, if a stranger offers you candy, there is probably more in his can. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
But is it, though? Man, when I would go, there was like a campground that my family would always go to, like a couple hours from where I lived. And like, man, I would pretty much only be around like adult supervision to like eat and sleep. And other than that, we were just like wandering around, riding our bikes to like out of the campground and shit. Like even around where I live, like playing outside was like a very common thing. And just like wandering around outside, like my parent, like this was even like before you just had a cell phone. So I don't know. I guess it just terrifies people now that like they can't instantly find their kid whenever that was just like a very common occurrence not even that long ago. Sorry, all that caffeine is making my hand shake. Hey, I understood that you probably meant van. I just didn't bring attention to it. But can works too, I guess. We had a swamp. I played in the swamp. Yeah, I had like a weird undeveloped area between my neighborhood and an apartment complex, and I would wander around in that shit all the time. Like, dear boomer, what was the Cold War like? I know, right? Back in my day. But like, it's insane. Like, this headline is just fucking insane to me, though. Like, let your kid go play. Fuck's sake.
While she was working at a nearby McDonald's. An even more ridiculous case was Jackie Kendrick, who got reported to Child Services for letting her 2 kids play in her own backyard while she watched them inside. Some schools in the US even have rules not allowing anyone to walk at all. So even if you are with your child, you might end up like Jim Howie from Tennessee, who got arrested for picking his kids up from school on foot instead of driving a car. Even if a child could walk or bike around on their own, car-dependent suburbia is bland. There's almost nothing.
I feel like there's more to that story, but also, if that's a policy by the school that you literally can't walk to the school and pick up your kids, that seems incredibly... that just seems so goofy to me. CFS equals chicken fried steak in my mind. Fuck, dude, I want chicken fried steak. Oh my god.
Nothing to do and nowhere to go apart from a park or the shopping mall. Additionally, our public spaces are actively designed specifically to keep kids away. An example of this are those metal studs that are placed on benches or railings to prevent skateboarding. Many malls, amusement parks, and even Chick-fil-A are flat out banning teenagers from entering without parental supervision. When the streets are too dangerous and there aren't any places to hang out in, is it a surprise that kids these days want to stay at home all day, playing video games and watching Skibbity Toy?
Back in my day, these darn VTubers were not a commodity. We had to make our models out of scrap metal and hard work. Kids these days and their darn VTube studios and whatnot.
Oh no, dude, that's just ridiculous. I don't know how good they have it, dude. Time to get the dude from DQ that I'm not eating out tonight. I'm gonna make myself something after stream.
Toilet. Social media apps like TikTok basically serve as online public spaces where people can share their voices in an open environment. However, this is just as problematic as Elon Musk saying that Twitter will be the digital town square. With the recent motions to ban TikTok in the US, there's a critical lack of true public spaces that are accessible to young people. Car dependency in North America is not an
That's
inevitable
unfortunate,
thing.
Brainy.
Suburbia doesn't have to be built this way. It's possible to make our streets safer and encourage more outdoor activity by changing our infrastructure. This means narrowing streets, installing protected bike lanes, and adding traffic calming measures to slow down cars and prevent collisions. We also need to change our zoning laws to allow higher density houses and small businesses to be built in the suburbs so that people can live closer to amenities. These changes don't only benefit children. When a city is safe and comfortable enough for kids, then it's safe and comfortable for everyone. If you wouldn't let your child ride in this bike lane by themselves, then no one will, because it's not designed properly, period. This is why in the few remaining walkable neighborhoods that do exist in North America, you will see lots of children walking to and from school all by themselves. This is also very common in East Asian cities, which they've achieved by having good public transit and dense urban development that creates eyes on the street. Not to mention the amount of pedestrian space you find, which provide attractive public spaces for teenagers to hang out. All of these things are completely possible to build in North America, but we just don't. Laws like zoning codes or parking requirements make it illegal to build anything other than car-dependent suburbs. We also continue to throw money at expensive road infrastructure, leaving almost nothing for pedestrian or transit projects. Car culture is so prevalent that many people simply believe that anything other than cars are inherently worse. Cause yeah, when you spend ludicrous amounts of money subsidizing highways in suburbs, of course driving is going to be the only option. So even when bike lanes or public transit projects are proposed, you get tons of excuses from
This is a very repeated take by everyone on anti-car culture YouTube, while arguments and words not take. Yeah, yep. And like, for like, I really, like I said earlier, I do love car culture. parts of it, but I also think that we could do a better job of building city centers and public transport and things like that to promote not just car culture, right? Like I think we can have both a fantastic interstate system, good roads, and also spaces that are designed for people to exist. There's a lot of places in the States that just simply are not designed like that, and it will be absurdly expensive to retrofit them to that standard. But hopefully we have places that start moving in that direction, and the new places that we develop are more people friendly. But I'm not exactly holding my breath. I like the trains, but buses suck here. You can nearly outwalk them. Yeah, dude, the fucking buses just. But that could be better if the infrastructure was better for the buses as well. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. It's just unfortunate that, like, we've never. And you know, America also has that whole pesky problem of being huge and spread out, but that excuse only gets you so far. Fuck the interstate, give me a bullet train. I mean, I would love that too, but you know, and it's not like if we had those things and if we moved in that direction, suddenly cars wouldn't exist anymore. I think that's what a lot of people have a knee-jerk reaction that are like, oh my God, if we make cars less prevalent, that means that cars will be illegal. And yeah, there are some fucking people that do want cars to be illegal, and I think that's just fucking silly. But they need to cut out a lot of their stop wait times from their routes, which might screw over the elderly and disabled. Yeah, I mean, or you just have more frequent, you know, buses stopping there. I don't know. There are solutions for sure. I mean, how does the rest of the world do it? So, Adam's something. We can watch that one after this, Brainy. I think the problem is that cars are not an option. They are a necessity in some cases. Yeah. And a lot of like the American spirit is the freedom that a car gives you. It's a 20-second video. Well, we'll check it out.
NIMBYs about all the traffic it'll cause, or where am I gonna park my car? These people really like to blame the problems that cars create on other modes of transportation.
That would be nice, dude. I wish the vehicles in the States were smaller. I really do. But people, like, it's fucked. It's like, it really is like an arms race, right? Like, people realize that big car equals more safety for me and mine. So fuck everybody that's not in a big car. So then everybody got big cars. Like, it's insane here. Like, my wagon is like one of the first crossover SUVs, and it has a ton of fucking space. But it is a tiny car compared to most vehicles on the road here in the States. Key cars, let's go. I don't know about that small, but you know.
Is your city running out of money and on the verge of bankruptcy? Clearly, it's because of all those bike lanes. Don't look at all those billions of dollars that we're about to spend on the highway. That's not it. Most of these are policy issues. Policies made by groups of old people sitting in a government building, which are then followed by some other old people who call themselves planners and engineers. So to actually make changes and improve our cities, we need more civic engagement. Currently, most people who vote and attend city council meetings are at least 50 years old. The direction our cities are going in is being determined by a bunch of boomers.
Cycling is an important mode of transportation. You know, it helps us reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It improves our health.
Yeah, people that promote cycling, unfortunately, like I feel like you really have to read the fucking room. And if you know that you're going to have a bunch of fucking upset people that don't want to hear about cycling, you probably shouldn't lead off with the greenhouse. Like, I'm not arguing one way or another. I'm not saying this dude is wrong. I'm just saying don't give them such an easy thing to be like, boo. People in the States get really pissy at cyclists. Sometimes it's deserved. Sometimes cyclists are real pieces of shit and take up too much space, and you know, it can be very frustrating. But usually, what is the minute or two that you are delayed by a cyclist if you get unlucky and encounter one in an area that you cannot get around them? You're gonna be okay. But people act like it's the end of the fucking world. Lies, dude. Multiple people said lies. That's just old people in America.
But I think Gen Z and even sometimes millennials are underrepresented in this issue. I truly believe that younger people want more walkable cities, and we have the power to make it a reality. This is partly why I started making these videos.
It makes
in the
negative
first place.
sense.
Our cities have a huge impact on
Yeah.
younger people, and we deserve to have a say on how they're built, even if you're not a professional planner or don't know what exclusionary zoning means. It's time to stop making excuses for our bad urban design and ask ourselves, do we want our cities to prioritize moving as much cars as possible, or do we want to actually prioritize people?
It's not uncommon to have cyclists be plastered here. Yeah, that's why I stopped. I used to go on like 3 or 4 organized road biking rides.
Yo, Attenborough back for show. I want to drive my Chevy through the hood. Do not care about the old pedestrian dude. Bitches on bikes think that shit is healthy. Get the fuck off my road. Make way for the wealthy. This is the shit I would say if I were like that. But I'm not empty-headed or fucking brain-dead. Make room for the people to be safely outside. Make the roads safer and your cars less wide.
If only. So what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yeah. I used to literally go on multiple organized road cycling rides every week. And it was not safe. Like over the year or so that I was very active in that hobby, like I knew multiple people that got hit by vehicles. And it's just not worth. And it's really unfortunate because that is some of the most fun that I have ever had, getting a fantastic workout. And you know, like once you reach a certain point, like cycling wise, you realize that you really could ride your bike fucking anywhere, and it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like 20 minutes and you'd be able to get most places in the city that you live in on your bike if you just were able to cycle there unimpeded. But that's not the way it is here. And I couldn't bring myself to continue doing that because I oftentimes, you know, if you start out with a big group of people who like ride on cycling teams or whatever, and then you get dropped by that group and it's just like you and a couple other slower riders, man, people I would have people like routinely like they call it buzzing, where they just try to get like as close to you as possible and just like floor it next to you, and it's just like the most obnoxious, unsafe bullshit ever. But it happened to me multiple times while I was riding. So it's just not worth. Yeah, my friend used to cycle constantly, but tore his ACL avoiding an accident. Yeah. Yeah, there are more bikes than people in the Netherlands. Yup. Oh God, what is this, Hatsu? What the fuck? When did you send me? Is Hatu even still here? Oh my God. All right. Damn, chat. We are missing out. We are missing out. We could have had the mega pussy chips. Holy. All right. What is this Adam something video? Yeah, I think that's just an anywhere kind of problem. That's yup. Living in the suburbs will not make you happy. American cities are ugly. Why they don't build nice places anymore? Are these by the same dude, the Slurf design guy? Yeah. Cause America big, making things cost monies. It do cost money. I posted a video about urban planning on YouTube and Vid's channel, but it's like 20 minutes. Let me look at it. The nth review. Let's feel it out. We'll probably just call this the last video.
Might be a surprise since I usually make hours-long videos about a variety of immersive sims and other games. But a few years ago on this channel, I was on a real urban planning kick.
I don't want to nudge anyone here, but dang, it feels tiring to be an American. How's up?
I talked about SimCity 2000, which is still my favorite city builder 30 years after it hit shelves. I talked about how 2013 SimCity sized up against City Skylines, and I talked about the real impact that people can have on their cities that city building games don't model. I even talked about what future city building games need, because nowhere in reality does city leadership just sit at a computer and paint khaki landscapes with roads and zones. No, I haven't played City Skylines 2, don't at me. At the same time I was doing all that, I was starting to get into actual advocacy in my own hometown of Colorado Springs. So I started watching urban planning and transit-oriented YouTube channels.
Dude, that shit actually just does look like the game. That shit actually does just look like the game.
Urban planning and transit-oriented YouTube channels because I wanted to understand the work
that needed to be
done, especially around pedestrian access and public transit. As they say on the internet, I was orange-pilled by Not Just Bikes, the Canadian transit advocate who moved to the Netherlands, a world model of multimodal transit. Many of us have been activated by his snarky, often angry commentary about how bad North American cities are and how developing or destroying cities for cars has made things so much worse for people and all forms of traffic, even cars. I've watched almost every single episode of City Beautiful, which provides historical context around how cities used to be more walkable and livable, with colorful graphics made possible thanks to Brilliant. Get your first 30 days of Brilliant free by using offer code. If you spend more than 30 minutes ingesting this kind of content, you know who Chuck Marone and Strong Towns are. You know what effective bicycle
Not Just Bikes is too negative,
like,
yeah.
and the pain of not having high-speed rail to zip between municipalities. You pine for when many American cities used to have trolleys. Inspired by these channels and some local advocates I got to talk to on a podcast I used to run, I bought a bike a year ago.
You can also die of dysentery in those cities, yep.
About bicycle transit too. Induced demand, multimodal transit, mixed-use zoning, missing middle, parking minimums, road dieting, car dependency, and many more terms have become the go-to jargon of these channels and those who watch them. And that's where Urbanist YouTube has a big problem.
Let's hear it.
Seeking a more active role in my community, going down the Urbanist YouTube rabbit hole has really bulked up on my understanding of urban planning theory and practice. If one more person recommends I read Jane Jacobs, I'm going to explode. It's shown me what effective traffic calming and bike infrastructure should look like, No city is perfect, but it's not hard to understand how and why these things come together, and how that pairs with the rising number of pedestrian fatalities in the years post-COVID. If we could just
Good night,
do
McLennan.
something about it in our own cities,
well.
we'd be saving lives not just from the increasingly larger vehicles consuming our roads and killing our neighbors, but improving health outcomes by making active transportation, like walking and bicycling, more attractive. But over the years, the number of these urbanist channels has grown to the extent that many are just singing the same notes as everyone else in this new urbanist echo chamber.
I'm not lying. Oh, he's probably about to show examples of this. I stumbled across Not Just Bikes, I guess several years back at this point, and watched like a couple of the videos. And like, I kind of peeked into this corner of YouTube, and it was so immediately tiring and repetitive and negative that it was very off-putting. I don't know if that's just my own biases that are getting in the way of me like actually consuming the content and getting behind it. But like, God damn, basically I just thought it was a chore to watch the videos. And even whenever I was agreeing with the fucking guy, I was just like,
I wondered, do I even need to make this video? I mean, there are already lots of research papers, articles, and videos about all of this all over the internet. Some by people much more educated on this topic than me, but apparently, yes, I do.
Historical context is great. Urban terminology is fine. Understanding what effective multimodal transit and properly densified zoning are fantastic. But what isn't fantastic is reality. And this is the chasm where so many YouTubers leave their viewers at. Okay, so you want to make your city better. You know what fixtures your city should have. You know what your city should look like. But do you actually know what to do with that knowledge? What these YouTube channels fail to engage with is where the top-level urban planning lingo meets the figurative pavement. Civic engagement. As a member of my town's Citizens
civic
Transportation
engagement.
Advisory
Yeah.
Board, which provides messaging and guidance for our city council, as someone who was a 2023 Colorado Springs Mayor's Civic Leaders Fellow, as someone who loves my city and wants to see it get better, I'm surprised at how many of these channels completely omit this critical function of urban planning.
Probably because they're way less involved in this than you clearly are, and it's just like activism on Twitter, except for it's activism on YouTube, where they just have created an audience and they don't actually have to do anything except for post videos on YouTube, and that's all they do. They don't ever, actually do anything. Anyways.
And transit advocacy, the part where you actually have to do stuff.
Hey!
In a way, urbanist YouTube has given terminology to a kind of slacktivism that involves identifying problems, but then not educating people on how to make urbanist principles a reality. I made this video for two reasons. I'll get back to the first, but the second is a video by Strong Towns about whether or not you should stay in your city and try to make a difference now that you're cursed with the knowledge of what an ideal urban environment looks and functions like. As the video
move somewhere where it
I was
exists.
really hoping that he would talk with actual city officials, the people who actually do the urban planning and development.
Fuck that.
Instead, it focused on small local groups that are affiliated with Strong Towns, which is a non-profit. These groups meet in coffee shops and do guerrilla acts of urbanism, like painting lanes and parking spots to diet roads, because they don't think their local governments move quick enough. Tiny groups can paint all the crosswalks they want, but they're not going to pour concrete to finish a sidewalk next to a fast arterial road that's known to kill pedestrians. They're not going to add a bike lane to a thoroughfare or establish a bus route out to an unserved portion of the city, things that are a problem in a huge sprawly town like mine. They're not going to contribute to municipal master plans from the back of a Chipotle, nor the various code and zoning documents that governments use to actually define what the built environment should look and function like. These channels only seem to glance at the importance of civic engagement, much less understand it, much less recommend it. So why don't these channels engage in the hugely critical middle step between learning what a strode is and how to actually build the urban
A
environment that we
Strode.
want. Why are so many urbanism fans on YouTube completely uneducated on how you actually remove the car-dependent way of thinking that's killing our cities and disintegrating our communities one 4,000-pound SUV at a time? For one thing, it's boring. If you drop into a random city meeting,
Shocking.
you're going to have to understand a yawning amount of introductions, Robert's Rules of Order, slow procedural stuff, and more.
Well, Mr. President, it's not in the motion. The withdrawal terminology is not in the motion.
For 2, it's very verbose and technical.
It's not in the
literally
motion.
Why people
It's not
go
in the
to
motion,
school
chat.
For this stuff. Something you'll experience in urbanist YouTube is that few of these creators are actually urban or traffic planning professionals, except maybe Dave at City Beautiful or Ray at City Nerd. These other non-professional creators, including Not Just Bikes and myself, are enthusiasts and fans, and we may know
Mine too,
some
Brandon,
key
mine too.
lingo, but we're not in the bureaucratic murk fighting battles day to day. Something as simple as adding a bike lane becomes 1,000 times more difficult when you understand how it actually gets done, and how
Right.
many people react to the proposal.
Just
The effect
because-
of urbanism is far more than
Just because you say like, oh my God, this would be great, and it's the way that it should be, doesn't mean that like that's just going to magically happen.
transit. And while people seem to think that effective multimodal transit is the turnkey solution to resolve all other urban planning issues, it isn't. For 3, NIMBYism and apathy.
Hey.
NIMBYism, or not in my backyard, is a philosophy that rejects new, important development for a variety of reasons, and it can be very hard to overcome, even if it's for the betterment of the city as a whole. Here in Colorado Springs, people protest
That shit
anything
happens
that
all
can
the time.
possibly even slightly obstruct our view of the mountains, which was not something that General Palmer coded into our city charter. That's an urban myth. Setting aside the fact that the hills here obstruct the mountains plenty in this town, and there are already plenty of tall buildings, you can look at this photo I took of downtown Colorado Springs from Memorial Hospital nearby and see how much they don't obstruct the view at all. Unless you're downtown. You can talk with peers about Strodes all you want. Organization is very necessary. But none of that means anything when NIMBYs are showing up at every city council meeting where you live to shout down what.
Yeah, because they're the most likely to actually want to say something. Literally, it's just like negative reviews for things. Like when you have a positive experience with a product or a company, like how many people do you tell about that? Like how many? Like probably not many. Like maybe if it comes up at some point in conversation, like somebody asks about that thing, you're like, oh yeah, I had a good experience with that thing. But like if you have a bad experience with something, you'll leave a negative review. You'll get on Twitter and complain about it. You'll fucking tell everybody, even though they didn't ask you, shit about it. And I know that this isn't for every like little thing ever, but like they've had like studies on this too. I think it was like on average, like if you have a negative experience, you tell like 7 people about it. And if you have a positive experience, you tell like 2 people about it. Then those numbers might not be 100% accurate, but like, what the fuck is this happy ass music under this brain killing vid? I don't really think it's a brain killing vid. I mean, it might be a little bit dry, but like, it's not killing me personally.
You believe on the actual record.
I like
also
the music.
People running for and getting elected into positions that dictate city priorities. The average person only tends to engage in city processes when they don't want something, not when they do, and typically only when it's hyper-local to their neighborhood. My city asks for public input all the time for huge projects that will affect neighborhoods for generations to come, and whether it's a lack of communications on the part of the city, even though they physically mail everyone in the neighborhood, or it's apathy, or any of the reasons we just talked about, these meetings are usually empty. A huge park that's set to be built on our east side got feedback from about 1,000 people online and only about 150 people from in-person gatherings. 150 or even 1,000 people in a city of 500,000 isn't great. Unfortunately, voter turnout when it comes to local issues versus turnout
Probably
during presidential
really shit.
election years, an office that has next to nothing to do with how your city operates, is abysmal. City meetings and ballot boxes are where urbanist advocates need to show up in force if they want to get any meaningful change accomplished. Seriously, urbanists could win elections and change the shape of their cities just by getting 5 of their friends to vote for them in off-year races, because turnout is usually so terrible. For 4, local study. It's easy to understand urbanism in broad, high-level concepts, but what's hard is understanding how it affects your city in particular, because everywhere is different. I can understand how Old Colorado City formed just down the hill from gold towns like Cripple Creek, or how our bustling downtown came to be before the
I don't think I could name it Cripple Creek anymore. I think that's I don't think that's allowed. So wait, this guy's talking about urban planning that YouTubers do, but also about urban planning. While the YouTubers talk about urban planning, and thus he speaks about urban planning that the YouTubers do, which he explains, but also talks about the urban planning and how the urban planning is planned and the plans of the plans, which the YouTubers do with the plans of the urban plans. I feel like you need to peel a couple layers off of the onion. The onion. Randomous. I feel like you do. I think what he's saying is actually incredibly important, and hopefully it makes a couple people think about actually getting involved with these causes rather than just sitting and watching a YouTuber be like, rabble, city planning. I'm surprised he didn't put that in text-to-speech instead. Same.
Vast urban sprawl came when we invited 5 military installations to set up shop on the fringes of town during and after World War II. Understanding your city's history is a huge step in understanding how you solve its problems. Urbanist YouTube doesn't talk about this a lot, if at all. Let me ask you something. Who's your city's traffic engineer? Who's your city planner? Who's your city council person? Who's your mayor? Do you even live in a city, which is not always what the Postal Service says it is? If you don't, who are your county commissioners? If you're not in the United States, like I am, who's in charge of these decisions? Have you seen a city budget or master plan, of which your city should have several depending on size?
I feel incredibly called out right now. Maybe I'm just like too jaded, but like, man... Editing nitpick zooms in on his face, not centered properly. Actually, that wasn't even just an editing nitpick. I noticed it too. It was kind of disruptive. County commissioners, yeehaw.
Do you know what actually funds your
No, I don't know.
Infrastructure?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A general fund,
I feel
state
so ashamed
allowance,
right now.
or a regional sales tax. These are just the top level questions, a few critical things you really need to know to meaningfully advocate for urbanism. Yeah, you can watch Not Just Bikes. He's an entertaining and popular YouTuber.
I actually love this video, man.
Do you know who to email when there's something wrong with a trail? Or why yet another car wash was approved for construction? Does your city have an app where you can report potholes like Colorado Springs does? For 5, these YouTubers may not actually know how to make things better. It's not even that they're tired of engaging city officials or combing through lengthy bureaucratic documents, it's that the entire topic doesn't pop up at all. It's really easy to believe that so many urbanist content creators may have been orange-pilled either watching a couple of Not Just Bikes videos, read a bunch of Strongtown articles, and are just regurgitating that stuff when they've clearly never been to a city council meeting before. In fact, it's actually kind of annoying when one-note urbanists show up there to deliver the same spiel they give at every other meeting when it's clear they don't engage with the process otherwise. Unfortunately, without some context, some people may want to pursue an urban planning or traffic engineering degree after digesting urbanist YouTube content, not realizing that A, they're probably going to have to move to where the job is needed, and B, Your decisions are going to be weighed down by whoever the local politicians are. If you're a YIMBY in a NIMBY administration, expect to get
Gotta
shot
do both,
down
Animus.
a lot. The thing is, even if you're studying how to implement a better bicycle network or where bus routes should go and how often, it should be easy to see how transit issues bleed into other aspects of your city. Unfortunately, in the bubble of urbanist YouTube, many discussions begin and end with roads, sidewalks, and buildings next to them. But the base unit of a city isn't a road, a sidewalk, or a building. It's the people who live there. There's nothing wrong with specializing in transit advocacy and
welcome in, dude.
focusing
Good to
on
see you.
cars and bike lanes. But if you look just beyond that, you can engage in the big brain next level discussions that will actually improve your city, even if transit is a part of it. If you understand how people informed urban planning and how that urban planning sculpted neighborhoods near you to promote things like racism and wealth and health inequalities, you can begin to understand even more complicated things. For some examples, how effective is your local police force and why? Where are your city's food and medical deserts? Does your city have public art? And where is it?
Bro, I don't know. I just live here. That's kind of the problem, though. And I've said this before on stream, like, and it's an incredibly complicated and people are going to feel their own certain way about it. But I feel like until people really start to care more about the things that are happening around them, and until there's like a culture shift back to like, you know, communities and just less so what crazy online trend is happening or national level politics, and really look into their own communities, a lot of things like this just like will not get adjusted. Like they just won't. He's on a whole nother tax bracket than all of us. That part I do know. So haha, urban planning YouTuber. Got him. Shaper got him. But like it's, a lot of people aren't going, like you're just not going to be able to convince most people, I feel like, to care about a lot of these things. And it doesn't take most people to care to make like affect change on things, but it is interesting to say. I hope that we do see a shift towards more people giving a shit about this kind of thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Holy text-to-speech message. We're going to let that generate.
Who pays for it? Few urbanist YouTubers seem to understand that knowing these things are critical to altering the trajectory.
Dear Mr. Urban Planner County Man, I have this onion to peel. However, you now tell me to peel an orange also. How will I plan peeling the onion if the orange has to be peeled? And where do the bicycles come in? While peeling the orange, you ask if my bimby is windy. As a professional orange onion urbanist of planning, I haven't planned for this. My onion is making me cry, and my orange shot fruit juice in my eyes. Please send help.
There is no help. There is no help. You are on your own. Part of me wants to believe it can happen, but the other half has its doubts about humanity. I mean, I think it's all an ebb and a flow, and it's just like how you see people are starting to move back towards physical media. People are starting to, try to find community again. I think that in some ways it will most certainly get better, and that we're only really just beginning to understand what the internet does to us, like as a society. But will it ever be like perfect? Will it ever be like it was before the internet? Not saying that that's better, but will people be quite as plugged in as they were before? Yeah, probably not. But I guess we'll see. All right, ad break is about to start, so I guess we're gonna chill for Well, it didn't give me a timer, so I don't know how long the ad break's going to last. All right, well, fuck it. We're just going to keep going.
Directory of a city, much less advocating for it, especially when the built environment and the social environments that exist on top of it are so immense, old, and established. And this leads me to Jason Slaughter, the creator of Not Just Bikes, and the first reason why I wanted to make this video. Slaughter seems to know what a city needs at its very essence to enact meaningful change and effective regulation over a long period of time. Slaughter's been to and lived in a lot of cities. He's even been an advocate himself, but advocacy tuckered him out, and he and his family had the privilege to settle in one final location, the Netherlands, one of the best places in the world to experience effective multimodal transit. I had a very brief interaction with him on Twitter when I did my SimCity versus City Skylines review, and he seems like a nice guy. But back in July, he posted a series of now deleted tweets saying that attempting to change urban plans in North America is a completely wasted effort and to not try. Doomerism, basically. As someone who is deep...
Man, I love the arrogance. I just absolutely love the arrogance of shit like that. Like, I've moved away from the problem. I don't actually have to be invested in anymore. So I'm going to just say some bullshit. Dutch Pride +1. It is incredibly easy to get around your country, Randomus. And I really enjoyed it. We're living in a boomer doomerish. Yeah. So like, that is a very true statement. I feel like, not that I've been all over the world, but I am jealous that it was so easy to get around your cities and travel between your cities without having to rely on a car. But you know, it's just so many things about all of these arguments and pieces of this. It's just not black and white. And like, fuck that dude for making that statement. Like, it's just not helpful. It's not accurate in my opinion. And it makes the dude look silly as fuck. I gave up. You should too. Yeah, right.
Deep in his advocacy efforts to change my city's fabric for the better, it was a punch in the gut from someone I admired and learned a lot from. Slaughter's knowledge on effective advocacy rarely seems to poke through on his channel, where he maintains a similarly militant tone to his tweets. He gets to enjoy a city where they've already fought and won against the automobile in a decades-long battle that he didn't have to fight in. He gets to preach from an ivory tower and enjoy all the benefits of being a transit refugee with the money and resources.
Dude, good on this dude for calling him out.
And to be fair, he's always been very transparent that that's always been the point of his channel. But even if Slaughter's tweets didn't permeate through his audience, there are so many fans of his channels who have said that they wish they could just move away from the bad planning and suburban sprawl of the United States or Canada to a Scandinavian paradise where transit advocates there have already done all the hard work. If Slaughter acted...
Also, I have like really bad news for those people. If suddenly hundreds of thousands of people suddenly move to those paradises where they could live free from the shackles of bad planning, I wonder how well those places would cope with the influx of the new residents and deal with building housing for them. And would it really be such a paradise if suddenly it wasn't, you know, a nice escape from all of these people that you're currently living by? Business would thrive. Yeah, it would no longer be paradise. Yeah. Some places would get it right, no doubt. But I feel like a lot of places would probably make similar missteps. Definitely not. It's not like people don't want to change something. It's just very difficult to do since it's something already made that works. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of culture and business and existing infrastructure that gets in the way of changing things in the States. But like, there are places that are doing better and better jobs of multimodal transportation, or just creating easy ways for people to like live near the things that they use and not necessarily travel there by car. Like they're actually like whenever I lived in Dallas, I traveled to work by train and I walked to my grocery store. It's not like that doesn't exist in the States. And the community that I lived in didn't exist 10 years ago. It was new. I was like the second person that had ever lived in the apartment that I lived in. So people are building places like that in the States. So, you immigrants, Jesus Christ, Randomus. We gotta cancel them. Oh my God.
Actively believes that advocacy is a dead end, what's the actual point of his channel except to bitch and moan about car dependency in North America? How valuable is that? Actually, advocacy is hard. Showing up for meetings is difficult. Keeping track of your city's machinations, leaders, and schedules is frustrating. I get it. Yet another urbanist is yet another YouTuber who got so frustrated at the car dependency and lack of public transit around him in his hometown of Reno that he also fled for greener pastures. Introducing people to these high-level concepts is a victory, but if even 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 of Not Just Bikes' million-plus subscribers went out and took to urban advocacy in a really serious way, that's where you'd actually begin to see the earth move. Literally. I love walking around my city, even if it takes forever to get to most destinations and downtown is a 2+ hour hike away. I love biking around my city, even if the only way you're getting to some places is by narrow, broken sidewalks. I love using public transit, where that time is mine to do what I please, even if our bus network seems to end where the city did in 1999. Advocating for actual change is a hard ask, but it's necessary, because it's an uphill battle. We already have so many NIMBY conspiracies and anti-urbanist misinformation to overcome, like the idea that 15-minute cities are a nefarious scheme by the government to control the masses, or that expensive, rarely used pedestrian bridges are the only way to reduce pedestrian fatalities, or that city buses aren't actually havens for drug use and public defecation. Our cities weren't created as car-dependent nightmares or sprawled out the way they are now with seas of empty parking lots. We had to spend...
Was that 2 record Black Lotuses back to back? What the
generations making them this way. At the very least, it's going to take generations to reverse that damage. Unfortunately, many popular urbanist YouTubers aren't using their platforms to tell you how to actually make your neighborhood a better place. They're simply and generically describing the shape of what they should look and function like. This really is a matter of planting trees whose shade you'll never enjoy, and nothing's going to get done if you sit on the internet reposting urbanist tweets. If you want to
this video actually goes hard.
Cars for every single thing that they need to do, you have to build options that are better and more convenient than using a car. If you want to build better neighborhoods, you have to understand the complicated matrix that created those neighborhoods in the first place. Like the fact that downtown Colorado Springs doesn't have many of the amenities needed for a neighborhood, even as it's adding thousands of residential units right now. It's fine to learn the lingo, but it's better to actually show up where you live and engage the machinery that makes the actual changes happen. Hell,
be the change you want to see, Michael Scott. No, America done for. Bicycles will be turned into cars. So true. Look, it's a Not Just Bikes video. These stupid trucks are literally killing us. Build the lanes. Dude, it really wants us to watch this Jackson Hole live stream. Like, really, really does. Dude, we got a Cletus video mixed in. Hell yeah, brother. Change the B, you see, want the U. Freddy Fazbear, bro. Y'all are giving me some messages that just hurt my fucking brain tonight. What? Like, where is this coming from? Why are you doing this to me? I had to read that 5 fucking times? I don't want to fucking hear that from you, Randomus. You've given me like 3 messages tonight that were just completely fucked. Please know I watched FNAF Noir for 20 hours with Twee. No, actually, you remember that channel that we used to watch that was primarily like, whoa, look at these crazy expensive homes in New York City or whatever. It's this guy, this Cash Jordan guy. And what's interesting is this dude has really like switched it up to talking about like, I guess more political or more like real topics about living in New York City. I think he still does like the look at this real estate video kind of thing. But like this dude goes in depths about like issues that this city is facing, and it's interesting to see. But even he doesn't really offer up any way for you to impact or make things better. Oh my God, Brady, what the hell is that?
You think your car is fucking fast because it has a big engine, huh? Well, guess again, you fucking virgin. My car has a spoiler.
Oh shit! Spoiler. Oh my God!
It has spiked edges that make it look like a fucking dragon's wing. Your shitty car doesn't have a spoiler, so it's not fast.
It's not fast.
The speed of a car has nothing to do with the engine or any other nerdy mechanic bullshit like that. It's all in the spoiler.
Listen, chat. That was real shit that you needed to hear about how cars work. Also has a stripe on the hood. Holy fuck. Does it have stickers?
Spoiler alert.
How many messages are in this saga, Brainy?
My car is red and has flame decals. It is the fastest car. Faster than any other car.
Damn. That video went hard though. I'm glad we watched it. It may have been
run faster? Wear a spoiler on your ass. Want to type faster? Wear a spoiler on your fingers. Want to think as fast as me? Wear a spoiler as a hat. I would attach a spoiler to every area of my body. But God already made me a perfect human being.
Oh, shit.
So it'd be unfair to get that kind of boost. So buzz off, kid, before I beat your ass in a street race. You've probably never even seen the streets like I have. I'm from the hoodest hood. I eat your worst nightmares for breakfast.
Oh, man. Holy. What?
Get out. Don't come back
shit.
until your car has a spoiler as sweet as mine.
Oh my God. All right, I think that's where we're going to call it, chat. Why is this something I would actually say? It really is. Bow, 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 bow.
Beep, beep, motherfucker. Get your slow-ass car away from in front of mine. Beep, beep. Move, dang it. I'm going to overtake you on the right side and look angrily into your car at you. Beep, beep, vroom, vroom. This actually happened to me on the highway, and it was hilarious.
Oh, my God. All right, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Spoilers alert, let's go home. Bro, I'm going to go eat this fucking dinner. And then I got to work on that redeem. I'm going to take you.
Don't care. Curse of cars. Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Help me, step dragon. I am stuck to...
What is happening, dude? What is happening?
Cyclist.
What just happened? Oh my God. All right, I'm going to take you to Zone Sama. If you're familiar with sus animations of the Flash variety from way back in the day, yeah, it's the same zone.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, it's the Attenborough. Spoiler up my ass, so faster I go. Speeding up so fast, it's goddamn frightening. Speeding past like a bolt of lightning. Skirt, skirt, drifting up at Maxi D Big Mac. Fried and a happy meal for me. Pollination staying strong. David out.
Thank you, Attenborough. Straight bars as per usual. I had a great time tonight. It was a solid stream. I will be live again on Friday. We are probably going to be playing some... I don't know, honestly. I don't know what we're going to be playing. Maybe more Supermarket Simulator. Maybe I'm going to attempt to not have a stroke while we play that game that everybody's playing right now about climbing or whatever. So, yeah. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all enjoyed jet lag and ranting about urban planning and all the other insane shit that happened before jet lag, like all of the chips and the reason that my stomach hurts right now eating entirely too much chocolate. Play Ultra Call. Ooh, we may play Ultra Call. I don't know. I'm too boomer. What the fuck ever. Nice. We got a decent raid heading over to Zone Sama. Grab some bees. I want to see some bees in Zone's chat. See you Friday, Calvé. Thank you for stopping by, dude. It's good to see you. Good night, Oranimus, Oakham, Brainy, Abdarian, Spadefire, Squirrely, Polka Dog, Tats. Anybody else is still hanging out? Hatu, dude, I showed off the mega pussy. I don't know if you were here whenever I noticed the mega pussy, but